customized URLs. It was always a thing. You go Yumi, lots of people supporting Yumi who's all the way in spawn right now. So let's stay on prison. Wow. No, the whole blue team is not in the proper position so far. Sup, but Ninja, if you want to see Yumi's perspective, is there in the chat 1731 whatever. I'll just post it later on. So let's look at this defense here from Watashi Watamago. Prison Wang gonna jump into the fray. In the meantime, Dodge gonna be on that wrecking ball, and he's gonna go for the ball, and the pile driver just causing a little chaos. Gets the boop on the Silver Cobalt. I love that boop there. Just pushing the hamster ball away, and Timura on the other hand whipping out the Reaper, taking a nap from Rebirth. But Rebirth has to back on out, being chased after by the Lucio and the Zarya. So this is gonna be the red team losing out in this engagement. On the other hand, for the blue squad, even though it took a while for them to regroup, they were able to set up properly in the gateway and just getting those kills. It was a good effort there from Silver Cobalt, Andoy, and Chiaki. So kudos to them for playing it pretty much perfectly. I wish I could watch Yumi too, but bandwidth might not be able to handle it. I think Tamago has a lower bandwidth, especially because it's an app on the phone. So you can check that one out. Gravity Surge now is available here for Chiaki Rally. Oh, it's immediately cancelled by Redux. That's a Grandmaster player right there. Oh, just a Master player. There's gonna be a DMAC now onto Pinoy's boys. Sambyre being popped by Silver Cobalt. On the other hand, Watashi Watamago trying to get back onto the point as Dodge will go for the contest. But for the red team, they are getting the picks through lone, yes, but they haven't been as coordinated as they could be. Finally, Redux goes on in, has the nano boost onto him, doesn't use the blade anymore. You do see the Death Blossom from Timura, and he gets 2 kills. And wow! Timura still gets a third. A little bit of a clown fiesta of a game here right now that could have been countered easily by the red team, but none of them actually shooting at Timura properly, none of them dealing with the Reaper in that engage, and now Pinoy's boy is getting D-Mech. And the turnaround is fair play there because Dodge has to back on out. And for the red team, it looks like their lineup isn't the most synergetic. There's no way for the Wrecking Ball to be chased after by enemy's teammates. The only reason he stays alive is thanks to Rebirth. J22 now leading the charge with the Brigitte. Always good in close quarter combat, but you know who else is good? Timura on this Reaper. We do see Lone and Timura dueling. Lone almost falling after the turnaround plays. Dragon Blade now is available as Redux is hopping onto Yumi. And we have the Death Blossom here from Lone. So this is going to be the red team trying to turn things around with a similar method. They pop the Death Blossom as well from their side. So the Reaper, it has been a Dios less Muertos right here, as the Reapers have been pretty effective so far. So yeah, first point has been taken by the red team, but it has taken them a lot of time to actually get into it. Like, I was really surprised that the red squad wasn't able to coordinate properly given the pedigree of their players, but this time they're gonna go on to the right hand side. Redux trying to get into position. Chiaki though will meet them. Good drop down play here from the Zarya, just going along with what Prison Wang is initiating with, but now he gets a bio grenade. Silver Cobalt's gonna pop the Sambyre pretty early against the oncoming red team, and this will allow Redux to go for the Nano Blade. Yumi stays alive because Redux doesn't have the shurikens anymore, but unwisely the 2 tanks will engage into that. Not the best way to deal with a Genji. When you whips out the blade, you're not the one who's cornering him, he's cornering you. And that's the red squad. Go back in third game. So even after a good defense there from the blue squad of Watashi Watamago, they weren't able to have the same momentum onto that second point defense. But thank you for the offer. Don't worry, community scrim is super chill. Dude, I'm like super chill casting here. I'm not like eating and drinking and just making fun of people. And you know, it's a little different. So whoever wants to try, I actually wouldn't mind having a co-caster or two, except people like Redux. I don't know. Like, there are people who want to try for reals, and I honestly appreciate that. And I'd love to work with people like that. But then there are people just like a troll, which are usually the people who like playing the most. So you know, it's hit or miss in that regard. Actually, let's see if Chris is online. Are you, hey, do you want to co-cast with me? I'm bored. And then that kind of thing. I actually want a co-caster today for some reason. It does. Sometimes you feel feels more social. I haven't really been talking to much people today. I've been asleep and doing a little work, doing a little setup for a future project coming the way of the region soon. So pretty excited about that. But besides that, pretty much nothing in this regard. So anyway, I'm still trying to wake up, honestly. So Watashi Watamago gonna be on to this attack. We'll run the Wrecking Ball dive, and it's gonna be a pretty big commitment. No, Silver Cobalt gonna play standard, so standard dive here, but instead of Zen, they're gonna have a Moira. No, they're gonna put the Zen Ana. So this is pretty standard stuff from the dive here. Instead of the Mercy, less healing now. Gonna be the red squad up on top, however. Lone meeting Chiaki already, and this is okay for Chiaki. This is an acceptable loss because he can just go inside the spawn and remake instead of fighting here as a baby diva. Chiaki, what are you doing? You're gonna die to the Hanzo. Oh, dodges the arrow shot right there. But for the blue squad right now, sup, John Spot? If you wanna join, check out the battle tag below. J22 now getting a sleep dart, will get taken down. Lone in their hand, dropping down again. And the red squad taking control of this with the Reaper play. They're just playing very, very aggressive to try and catch the blue squad out. But this time, Andoy will be able to get the shutdown. So Watashi Watamago having this small opening if they're gonna be able to get the kill there. Onto the Hanzo. Redux really low, gets healed up at last moment by Revert. Perfect clutch play there from Diana. And now he has a nano boost, can pop it onto Pinoy's boys. On the other hand, Callum hopping up on top. Pinoy's boys now with the takedown onto Silver Cobalt. We have a ball from Dodge, gets slammed, pile driver onto Callum. But Callum gets a good deflect there to whip everything back at the Wrecking Ball. Shatter now comes on out from Pinoy's boys. Callum on the other hand gets a nano blade. Good coordination there from Callum and BJ Dato. Lone shows up in front of the swing. Will be able to rate farm away. But look at that perfect deflect there from the Hanzo arrow. Redux on the other hand going for the duel, but Callum still wins it out. Pinoy's boy now will ring the bell. He's going for some hammer swings on to Callum. Whips out the deflect to stay alive. And the primal rage here from Silver Cobalt, I feel completely unnecessary, but this will be a beatdown bar brawl from the Winston, getting some punches onto the Dodge. And the mines now are up. So for the meantime, Silver Cobalt gonna play a little bit Minesweeper. No one singing Country Homes, Country Roads tonight. The first stick now has been taken. Lone back into the fight. Has the Death Blossom and has already gotten the kill on the Silver Cobalt. Look at that reaction play from both Andoy and Timura. Sleep Dart and the Transcendence to keep them alive. Good reaction from the Zenyatta at that moment. So yeah, John, if you want to join, the battle tag is down below. Just add it up. Chiaki in the meantime, ready with the self-destruct, gonna go on to the right-hand side. On the other hand, here's Lone switching over to the Roadhog. So the blue team has a lot of time to actually keep this fight alive. Nice dart. I love the dart. It's the thing about the Death Blossom, it does take a little bit of a delay to do fatal damage. So you do have a reaction time there on your Ana. It's not like other things like maybe a blade, maybe a Deadeye, that kind of thing. It's a little more akin to a tactical visor. And Redux now when they whip out the Dragon Strike. That's also a pretty strong ultimate in terms of damage potential. Redux getting a tag there onto the Tracer. The Red Squad on the other hand gonna keep control of the point, and the real trio just roll on out. Really playing the Wrecking Ball to as much space as he's making. So Dodge right now just rolling around the map. In the meantime, they do have the Brigitte, they do have the Roadhog, and they even have the Reinhardt. So for the real trio, they have this tank-heavy composition, they have the sustain-heavy composition with the Brigitte into as well. And honestly, it's like a 4-tank comp here for the real trio. On the other hand, the blue team will go fast and furious still with this dive, but Silver Cobalt has switched over to the Roadhog. No more barriers available. Chiaki going for the big bomb. Big shatter there from Pinoy's boys. Gets absolutely no kills. Finally gets the takedown onto Yumi. Fire grenade goes on to Dodge, and the Wrecking Ball hits the wall, will get taken down. The hook connects onto Pinoy's boys, and this is an opportunity here for Watashi Watamago to push on in, but 3 kills now going the way of defense. And I feel like this has to be a decision here from the blue team to switch on over to something a little more spammable, like a Pharah, like a Junkrat, or maybe even Doofus. Chiaki will try to take the fight now to Pinoy's boys, gonna be onto that Reinhardt. On the other hand, here's Lone with a hook onto Timura. Fire Strike connecting. But for now, Lone gonna hop on out. Chiaki meeting them in pitch combat. We do see the Fire Strike being tossed on out. Callum on the other hand, up on top. And Dragon Blade is available. So Callum getting into position We'll see if Callum will get the nano boost in time, because Hanamura trying to get in position. In the meantime, while the red team is, the blue team rather, is setting up, the red squad engages with the mines, forcing Silver Cobalt to go for the whole hog, and just a lot of chaos in this fight. Callum still not getting the nano boost, and Callum has honestly taken aback by it. 3 kills now, 4 kills going the way of the red team. It looked like it was a judgment call there from Hanamura to not whip out the blade, because they weren't really in the best spot. So a little more communication for the blue squad will work wonders for them. And in the meantime, maybe stabilize their lineup. I feel like the Roadhog isn't the best pick here. So Silver now getting whip-shotted and stays alive thanks to J22. What an assist there from J22, actually keeping Silver into the game. Lol. What a save. Now, 2 ultimates ready here for the blue team. Lone! Still gets the hook on to Silver Cobalt. Ginagawa mo dun, my friend. Red squad on the other hand, using the Brigitte to go for the scout. The shield is actually hidden inside the wall, so the Brigitte getting the third person cam easily gets stunned onto Chiaki, forcing him out. We have the rally now from J22, and this is gonna be a situation. Oh my god, Callum getting the nano boost but gets a sleep dart in response. Easy wreck. Nano boost is available here for the red Ana, but Chiaki pulls on in, gets a shatter onto J22 as well, goes for the charge but misses completely. In the meantime, Pinoy's boys going for some swings of the swing of things, but the Fire Strike will take care of the Brigitte, and here comes Chiaki on the prowl, wants to go for his counterfight. Pinoy's boys gets a swing and a hit, and in the meantime, the 2 Roadhogs having a duel by the Lantern. Pile Driver connecting from dodge, and he has the mines. Redux on the other hand, Dragon Strike into the middle line to just separate Yuumi away from the rest of the squad, but this is gonna be the blue team in control of the point. This first take has been taken, Rebirth forced to contest, and the Ana will die so easily. Good sleep guard though onto Chiaki. Pinoy's boys goes for the charge and almost gets the takedown, but the Moira and the Ana gets a clutch heal at the end. Now 2 more tanks here for the red squad. Bullhog is popped to get the second tick. Here comes the mines right now from dodge, but Chiaki still will be able to get the takedown. If Chiaki just goes for some swings, he can actually mine clear for his team. Rebirth on the other hand staying off the point and doesn't contest. So this is the blue team finishing Hanamura up as well. Where is that? I need to plug it real quick, because Tamago is a mess. There you go. So if you guys want to check out Yumi's stream / perspective, let me type it out on chat for y'all, as it's gonna be the blue team right now on the attack. There.tamago.live /w/1731689. There you go. Yeah, if you guys want to check that one out from Yumi's perspective. Chiaki getting so much support. What time daw, Scrim? Wala mahanap. Wala mahanap. Teams are dead. Teams are dead. Teams are dead right now. Honestly, I actually, ito yung sabihin ko sa mga people who are aspiring to get into the pro scene right now. This is the best time, because teams are reshuffling so heavily due to the end of Contenders Trials and the end of Open Division, and no real popular tournament going on right now. So if you wanna get into the regional scene, this is the best time to probably try out, probably make some contacts, and hopefully get into a better, or work with your squad to get better for the next Open Division. There is something in the works, but I can't say anything yet. Lone gonna go for the shadow step, and Callum goes for the deflect. I feel like that was a misplay, because Callum could have gotten the kill so easily with the shurikens. In the meantime, Redux overextending again, will be chased after by the Genji and gets taken down. That overextend there from Redux costing him a lot of time right now, and Chiaki just pulling his way inside. Pinoy's boys first of all, J22 getting stuck at the rock, just enjoying the rock, and we do see the 2 Brigittes fighting, Silver Cobalt versus J22. This time Chiaki gonna be a big brother system there, and we'll be able to get the takedown onto the Brigitte. In the meantime, Dodge gonna roll onto the point, just being here by the bell, but honestly the Wrecking Ball no chance to keep this up. Redux switching over to the Tracer, hitting the walls, getting hit by the Brigitte, staying alive with 10 HP, but can Silver Cobalt actually chase him down with the tech? This is so brutal here from both the Brigitte and the Reinhardt. Finally, it's gonna be a sandwich here between the Brigitte and the Reinhardts. Recall is there, and Redux almost getting the juke on out. Here comes Chiaki and Silver Cobalt again. Cue the Benny Hill music, because they've been chasing each other for the past half a minute. In the meantime, 35 seconds remaining here for the blue team. On the other hand, Phoenix Boys and Dodge ready with their ultimates to try and counter this. The mines might be pretty key into the next fight. Rally though is popped already by Silver Cobalt. Here comes the mines from Dodge this, and it's gonna be a coalescence as well from Andoy. That's a pretty smart play. Gets rid of all the mines in front of him, as well as keeping the sustain alive. And here comes the Dragon Blade now from Callum, getting the nano boost at the last moment to maximize its efficiency. Gets 2 kills already, and Lone gets shut down as he goes for the ballet twirl. Gonna be a few more kills going the way of the blue team if they get Redux. Yes, they do. Here comes Rebirth again into the fight. Sleep Dart doesn't connect. Yeah, turns around. Let me check Sun real quick. The lobby might be full. We actually haven't had a full lobby in a while, and yeah, there you go. Long game. For 4 points here. Give me a sec, Sun. There's still one slot. I'll invite you so you can join that last slot. It's so full. Lobby is full. Hashtag lobby is full, guys. Nice. It's always nice to see everyone come on in for our scrims. And I honestly picked Hanamura because I thought it would take a while for people to join, but I guess everyone's here. Nice. Great. I love you guys. I love you guys showing in and going with the support. Always appreciate this. Hashtag famous. Ikaw yun eh. Everyone. But as I say that, people leaving because it might take a while here. This game might take a while. If you guys do want to join, feel free to do so. I appreciate it. You know our system. And thank you for always being interested in playing some Overwatch with the community. But now we do see Watashi Watsumago on the defense. On the other hand, we still see the one-trick hamster ball going for the ball. I like that rollout there from Dodge, getting back to the point so quickly. And he can go for the contest, but this does remove the main tank from the red team's equations. They do have Pinoy's boys in, but this double main tank setup might not be the best, because a Brigitte and a Reinhardt to deal with aren't the best things to actually fight against. Dodge even getting hit by the charge, and this is gonna be Watashi Watsumago with a successful first defense. I love that charge there from Chiyaki coming out. I think Chiyaki that was half luck and half anticipation because he knew that Dodge was gonna go into a circular motion. On the other hand, we might see. Wait, give me a sec, guys. This might be important. Yeah, the red team gonna go in from the middle line. Redux now with the takedown onto one. Chiyaki getting shot on out. Here comes Callum into the front line. Gets a Swiss strike onto the Hanzo. And a shatter here from Chiyaki. Completely whiffed. Pinoy's boys getting the takedown. And for now, the red squad taking control of the point. Just all that space made by Dodge actually working out in their favor this time. Like, look what the red team is running. They have this Lucian Reaper composition. They're trying to just get the Hanzo and the Reaper across as the Wrecking Ball takes advantage of the chaos. And now 3 minutes and 30 seconds right now for the red team. Lone gonna go on to the left-hand side to try and maybe go for the contest. Or maybe even get an assassination and anyone foolish enough to stay up on top. We'll go for Callum. And Callum getting a shot or two, but gets healed up really quickly. Repair pack there. And in the meantime, it's gonna be the mines from Dodge to try and do some damage. Callum on the other hand getting the blade on out. Timur still not using the nano boost. Uses it at the last moment, but we do see the shatter there from Pinoy's boys to shut down the Getchi. Perfect timing there from Pinoy's boys. And here comes the tanks coming onto the point again. Redux with a takedown onto Andoy as well. I just love the movement here from the red squad. Has been pretty effective so far. But now they aren't really on the point. And buy grenade there from Timura, getting both the Wrecking Ball and another character. Yumi popping the attack visor and will get taken down so easily. Andoy on the other hand with the coalescence, trying to keep everyone topped up on the defensive side. And it's working! 3 kills going the way of the blue team. On the other hand, here comes Lone out of nowhere, tried to channel his inner dragon, but will get taken down so easily after the sleep dart. So even after all that effort, the red squad still not able to finish off Hanamura. And if they don't finish this within the next minute, the blue team will have time. into the next round. If they don't finish it all, wait, thank you for the host again, Mercy. You know, if you I appreciate it, but you could also do the auto hosting, so you don't need to do it every time. Love the support though. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chiaki right now going for the pin. Pinoy's boys on the other hand gonna trade it back. Bio grenade connecting, and the sleep dart is there as well. I love that chatter there from Pinoy's boys. Gets both the Ana and the Brigitte, and tomorrow will get taken down. Lone on the other hand switching over to the Roadhog, going for his assassination plays. Good poop from Silver Cobalt to keep the Moira alive, but finally they will get the takedown. For now, here onto the point, counter shatter from Chiaki to put 3 of the tanks onto the floor, just delaying tactics nearly in this engagement, and a nano boost now onto Chiaki to make him do some more damage. Will be able to outclass Pinoy's boy in that fight. Fire grenade comes on out, just cancelling by the bio orb effects from Andoy. Kalam on the other hand staying onto the point. Simura has to step on, and Andoy fades off. We have a Dragon Blade now from Kalam, trying to get a few swing of things, but he's not getting too much besides the kill there onto Reaper. Way too tanky red squad here, getting the advantage onto the Genji, and that's gonna be another takedown here for Lone. Good stagger, however. It has been less than a minute remaining here for the red squad, and not even the second tick has been taken. If I were the blue team though, I'd probably switch out the Genji for something a little more of a tank buster, maybe a Junkrat or even a Reaper. But this time, the blue squad winning it out, has gotten 2 picks. The sustain from the red team just not enough. If Rebirth has to reload, if Rebirth has to hide, and especially if Rebirth gets picked off, it's gonna be such a struggle for the 3 tank composition to stay onto the point. Band player. What kind of name is that, dude? Pulse Bomb now is available here for Yuumi. On the other hand, Dragon Strike is ready for Redux. But look at this Kalam causing some chaos. This might be a make or break play from the Genji, trying to juke the Doomfist, putting J22 to the floor. So the Doomfist now not in the best spot. On the other hand, Pinoy's boy is gonna go through to the center. They need to step on. Dodge will go for the contest. Pinoy's boy is falling down. Not the best play there from the Reinhardt, and now the Doomfist taking it up. Simura just stepping on to the Black Man. There you go. Shatter connects all the 3. 2 kills now going the way of the red squad. Mines into play again. Chiaki just trying to zap them all out, and Kalam gets shut down immediately by the Fist of Fury. Silver Cobalt gonna go onto the left hand side, just being punched around, and we will go for another round. Welcome to Hanamura. Accept me, daddy. Give me a sec. Give me a sec, dude. Band player. I want to kill myself now. welcome to Hanamura. May slot pa po? That's a good question. I think it's full. Oh, there's 1 slot. There is 1 slot. What is happening to your nets, guys? So for now, the blue team gonna be on to these.
I heard you used to have all the high scores here.
Oh, okay, I thought that was a new voice line. It's just Diva making fun of Genji's high scores. Hi Redux, big fan. Damn, here comes the interregional lande from band player, who's Redux. Classic 2CP. Classic 2CP equals constant pain. True. I got a big fan. Dude, I love that we have fan bases right now. But like DC just now, I think net is unstable tonight. Damn, that's the mountain net not working out in your favor, but Ninja. Hope you can play sometime. Chiaki though will be able to tase J22, and that's the problem with the forward defense for the red squad. It's just so easy to just get caught off guard by the oncoming attack. While you can hear them, yes, it's not really the best sightlines for you when you get ambushed so easily. Lone now dropping on down. J22 gonna go for the rollout with the Doomfist. Kalam on the other hand charging up his blade already with 2 kills. Silver Cobalt in the line of fire just gets flung to the bell. He becomes the sound of the bell, honestly. You could hear the tong as the Lucio hits the dragons. Not the best time there for Silver Cobalt, but the blue squad will accept the sacrifice. Less than half a minute remaining here for the blue team. Nope, they get 30 seconds, so, you know, 30 seconds now for the blue squad to actually get on to the second point. Yumi might be able to make a play here because she is close to the Diva Bomb. All they need to do is get a pick off onto Pinoy's boys and maybe even dodge to just allow this Diva Bomb to do its magic. Here comes the contest now from the blue team, trying to take a right-hand flank, and in the meantime, all the way to the left side, the sniper is there for the red squad. Callum getting the blade on out. We're gonna take out on the dodge and beautiful cleave onto both Redux and Rebirth. Unwisely, they jump at the same time and get caught out by one swing. Overtime now has been popped. J22 on the point, gonna go for the rocket punch. Sound barrier in response from Silver Kobold, and here comes the real dodge getting into the fight. I love that play there from Callum, just the Dragon Blade making it count. Bio Orb now just sucking the life out of Rebirth. Lone on the other hand shutting down Callum, and that is a huge pick there. Honestly, target prioritization at its finest, not allowing a next blade to come on out. Booster now onto the point, keeping the overtime push alive, but for how long? As we see the Bastion now from Redux getting the shred onto Silver Kobold. Atashi Watamago. I love that name. Damn, 2CP taking so long. Always a good start, honestly. But yeah, good notice that tree support without Brig Watashiwa. What was it like? It was like Lucio, Ana, Zen. They were playing Andoy as a DPS, and the problem was if you actually go for the Lucio on a Zen and you are gonna make your Zen your DPS, you really need to get kills when the Transcendence comes on out, because you lose your DPS in return you get a lot of healing, so that might make your Ana and your Lucio your new DPS players in that sense. Yeah, you guys get me? You can't shoot when you pop trans as Zenyatta. So the problem is, if Andoy was just the crux of that offensive, half of the damage potential is gone. And Lone noticing that, he noticed that it was only Callum to deal with. Callum was using all the space and all the sustain to get Dragon Blade in time. But he had 50% by the time he died, so you could see the effort. But Lone just spots this, gets the takedown, and that allows the red team to hold it with their Spirit tank comp. Speaking of a tank comp, here we go, 3-3. Gonna be a Goats without a Diva. Instead, it's gonna be Lone on the Roadhog. This is more of a comfort pick rather than meta. So they're gonna go through the safe line, and this might be all over for the blue squad. They might not expect this. Bio Grenade comes on out, and Rebirth is the first of all. Tomorrow gets traded, so the Honors are shut down. J22 caught on out, and the Lucio, oh, Andoy falls down into the hole, and as well as Chiyaki. What is the blue team doing? Throwing away their lives in that fight. Yumi now getting the mech, trying to go for some shots, but the baby Diva out of this fight already. Wow, the red team forcing the blue squad to do not one but two suicides. No, that's even a third environmental kill onto Callum. I think they shouldn't have popped sound barrier when the Doom is on point. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. But you know, that's a reaction there from Silver Kobold, not really. It's more of a hindsight thing, because you want to pop that sound barrier to not allow someone to die to the rocket punch combo, but Silver Kobold didn't notice that it wasn't fully charged. Chiyaki now going for the pin, gets a takedown all the Pinoy's boys. Dragon Blade comes out from Callum as well, and this is gonna be an easy win for the blue team. But this is actually really bad for them, because for the red squad, they will have one more engagement if they go to the left hand side, maybe whipping out the Symmetra. No, Dodge will take it into his own hands, gonna be onto that Wrecking Ball. So how quick can Dodge get back onto the point? That was way too fast there for the blue squad to win. So the red team gonna have this one last push. Here comes Dodge now onto the point. Discord Orb connects onto him, and Andoy trying to get some shots on that. J22 caught with the Bio Grenade. There's a shatter now from Chiyaki trying to get into the bridgeway. They both do fall. Callum getting this hook now onto Dodge, and there's a sound barrier. Redux whipping out the rally as well, keeping the sustain alive. And here we go again with Transcendence. So this has to be a kill from the blue team without the help of Andoy. Nanobu's connecting onto Lone. The root empty. Oh, they're almost a C9. That's a boop onto the two tanks, and the blue team has to concede. The real trio takes it in the closest of close matches. It was a clutch boop. That was a clutch boop there. C9. That was so close. You know what you guys did wrong? You won too fast. That was the problem. If the blue team Dinks versus Dinks, How do you say Dinks? How do you pronounce it, friends? Wait, let's actually talk about the game real quick. So we do have Billy here on the Tracer, skulking, vigilance. Come on, vigilant, turn around, be vigilant. Oh, Billy, you cheeky little bugger. Billy now gonna go for the blink, forcing vigilance off the Widowmaker, trying to stay alive, but the headshots do connect, and the Cyreza missing the sleep dart. So here we go, it's Billy time. Tracer just being as pessy as he can, and I expect the Brigitte to come on out. No, we start things off with the McCree because Chaos Cruiser is on the Brigitte already. So what Billy did was very smart. Playing the Tracer against a Brigitte is a big no-no. So if you are caught out playing Tracer and the Brigitte comes immediately, you have to play very stealthily. Stay away from the Brigitte as much as possible. And if you have to duel the Brigitte, you have to force the shield bash to try and connect onto you, and then just blink away. So it's a terrible matchup, yes, for the Tracer, but at the same time, it's still counterable. And here comes Dodge now, going for the pile driver, lands on the hay, gets absolutely nothing. And now the Wrecking Ball gets away with the slip of HP. No rebirth with the DOT. Will get the takedown. In the meantime, Human Squad now with Till onto one. Dragon Strike comes on out from Band Player as well. Cyreza caught in a pretty terrible spot there. And will get taken on. Why is my aircon not cold at all? Aircon is like really hot. What is happening? Oh, anyway, so for the blue squad, they are just using the high ground as much as possible. And on the other hand, the red team trying to just force their way into the point. They're running this Reinhardt Zarya, trying to do as much damage as possible. Here comes the shatter now from Human Slot. We have a charge as well, but Billy with a kill now onto one will get shut down by Redux this time, who gets a nano boost. So Redux can pop off here. Dragon Strike is available. Redux going to the right hand side with a takedown now onto J22. This has been pretty potent here from Redux. The Hanzo getting the nano boost, and both of them getting the kill at each other at the same time. Pretty funny stuff. 3 people now onto the point here for the red team, and the first stick has been taken. On the other hand, Rebirth trying to contest this, healing up Fire Falcon as much as he can, and we might see a nano boost here onto Billy. Yes, we do. The Tracer now will be lightning quick, gets a takedown on the KS Cruiser. Next will be Diana. Shatter comes on out, and Billy blinks into that one. Terrible timing there from the Tracer. The red team forced to back on out, however, because the main tank of the blue squad in position. Gravity Surge from J22 to get his counterpart. The solo grab, honestly, from J22, just making it count on the dodge. And that stagger there from the blue team working out in their favor, thanks to the nano boost there from Rebirth, putting it on to Billy. That was just a lot of pressure. Even though Billy got only 1 kill, it was still a situation where the mere presence of the nano tracer forcing them to back, and the tanks were given the space to move on in again. And on the other hand, here comes Cyreza into the middle line. Pulse bomb connecting onto the floor. The gates of the Warcraft area just riddled with a pothole for the time being. This is gonna be the blue squad trying to get into position. Band player ready with Dragon Strike. Can easily whip it out if the red team commits onto one path. Yes, he does! Forcing Cyreza onto the left-hand side. Billy takes advantage of this. 1v1's Diana. He gets the health back. That was a little bit of a choke there from Billy. And a complete C9. Wow! What? What the hell just happened? I need to watch that one again. As the Coalescence comes on out from Fire Falcon. Let's just watch that one again. That's me. Hello, friends. Like, look at this. The point... There was a Dragon Strike there, and it was a duel between Cyreza and Billy. And no one on the point there for the blue team. Just a red squad in full force onto it. 4 people just putting the tick rate in a fast spot. And this is going to be now a shatter from both sides. Lone to the floor, gets taken down. Band player taking advantage. But that was a huge tactical error from the blue team. C9ing the point. And here comes Vigilance, whipping out the McCree. Gets 2 kills so far. So for the red team, they are trying to make this work with the Deadeye available in their arsenal. Redux on the other hand, getting the nano boost again. I like this nano boost onto the Hanzo, and I even like this Graviton as well as the Dragon Strike. Vigilance still popping the Deadeye. Okay, that's a little bit of an overcommitment there from the red team, but it was really flashy, so I'll give them that. Like, they could have not used the Deadeye, could have not used the the nano boost maybe, or at least the whole hog, or is lone switch over. Switch over. Okay, 20 now with the flank, drops one down, Graviton Surge with the Dragon Strike, better execution here from the blue team, and they only need 2 ultimates in that engagement. So now caught on that, will be able to get the counter kill onto Human Slot. But Team Bad Blow trying to push on into the Nexus, requiring someone pylon, sees no probes, but instead sees their enemies. Will just go for the takedowns. Billy right now out in front, gets an arrow to his shoulder, but will stay alive. So, you know, the headshot has to connect if you want to get that insta-kill there onto that Tracer. In the meantime, Billy going for the flank onto the left-hand side, goes for Sun Razor again, but the Tracer hasn't been as potent as he could be, not getting the one flips. Lone meets him and gives him a hook and a hug and a takedown. For the red team, they do have a minute remaining here on Blizzard World. They might be able to get pushed if the blue squad falters, or if the red squad can go for a counterplay with the sound barrier. It all depends on when Fire Falcon pops a coalescence. This might be the engagement point here for the blue team. Fire Falcon though needs to get healed up and has run out of gas. So when it's honestly a thing that happens for Moiras. When you run out of gas, you want to go for the coalescence. Billy on the other hand, working together with J22. Graviton into a bomb, very potent. Lone taking things into his own hands, gets 2 kills so far, pushing the Ana to the corner, but will be able to get taken down by Rebirth. And just trades here for both sides. The Anas and the Zaryas playing a little bit of Pokemon. The Anas are the Poke Trainers, and the Zaryas are the Pokemons itself. J22 has fainted, and this is the red team now pushing with the payload again. The blue squad using too much in that initial part. The Graviton and the bomb way too early. The red team able to stagger on in. And on the other hand, here comes the red squad just trying to overrun Human Slot. He does have the shatter available, can't use it anytime, just needs a little bit of follow-up here from the opposing side. Fire Falcon really low, however, gets healed up at the last moment, and another almost C9 there from the blue team. Dragon Strike comes on out. This is going to be the red team finishing up the point again at the last moment. So a beautiful play there, set up in the knockdown from Dodge and Redux. Good chemistry, honestly, from the Zarya and the Han. So band player falling to the last. So now we move into the Cathedral of Tristram, and band player still needs to spawn. We'll stay on to the Han. So Billy on the other hand, still sticking with the Tracer. Interesting to note. Has to do with Vigilance now, who is on that Pharah, but no mercy here for Vigilance. This might be a little dangerous to try and deal with the oncoming blue squad. Fire Falcon going for a few shots, and Vigilance with the flank onto the right hand side. Billy on the other hand all the way in the side, gets a kill now onto the Lone. Gets a headshot in response from Redux. Good counterplay there from Redux, but gets cut down by band player as well, whipping out the Dragon Strike. This is the blue team in complete control. A good engagement there from both sides, but the blue team just having a few more picks and using the Graviton Surge to keep everyone in place. On the other hand, the red team might have the 4 ultimates into the next fight. Just to start things off, maybe a nano boost, maybe the sound barrier. Oh yeah, okay, Chaos Cruiser. I feel like using that way too early and didn't go for the amp it up healing. So, a little questionable there from Chaos Cruiser. Buy grenade now, popping onto the Lucio. If you want to do that as a Lucio, you really need to hit that amp it up speed, because you need to make those shields count. They do decay rather quickly. Vigilance now in position to go for the rocket barge. That's a good one there. Gets 3 kills. J22 with the suicide play. Kamikaze to get the takedown. Overtime push again here for the red team. On the other hand, the blue squad still has Billy skulking around, wants to go for Vigilance. The real question is, can the blue team get back into the fight? Because Billy just staying here by the food stand. Okay, that's a really bad decision there from Billy.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Yeah, switching sides right now. Gonna be the blue team on the attack. And that was a lot of chokes there from the blue squad. They never actually had the proper arsenal to engage in the last part. So I wonder what happened to this stuff. Actually, questionable AF. Just Tracer chilling. Probably wanted the chili dog or something. Give me a sec, guys. Let me mess with my sister. Called me for some reason.
Sorry, but
Okay, anyway, let's talk about the game. So what happened? Yeah, I already expounded. The red team just winning out at the end. Here we go with another interesting comp. Vigilance will still stay on to the Pharah, but gets no mercy. Chaos Cruiser will go on to the Moira. And I feel like Chaos Cruiser could just play the Mercy instead. Doesn't need to play this Moira. It feels a little redundant with the Moira Ana composition. I'd also prefer the Ana over the Mercy Moira, because Ana is just so good nowadays. Nano boost, leaving that insta heal, just the status buffs of the Ana itself. It's always a pleasure to see an Ana. More mechanics needed for this hero. But for the red team, they're just going on to their comfort with Dawn on the Throw the Hug and Dodge on the Zarya. I would maybe have Dodge on the Reinhardt instead. Just a main tank and an off tank. This works a little better than two off tanks. Just the red team having no real frontline presence. And the blue team can take advantage of this because they have a lot of frontline presence with both the Wrecking Ball and the Winston in tow. Goodbye grenade there from Rebirth, and Bad Player and Billy capitalize on it. Blue team with a very quick attack already gets a takedown onto one, trying to go for Vigilance next. The Pharah getting away with a concussive shot and will get the kill onto his mother. But for the red team, just trying to stay in control of this. J22 now with the kill onto one. Human Slot with a takedown as well. A lot of control being taken here by the blue team, and kudos to them for winning it out. It honestly started with the Bio Grenade there from Rebirth and just got even better and better for them. Yeah, that's the blue squad getting it within the minute. Now the engagement moving on into the StarCraft area. The real question is, can the pylon be a warp point here for the red squad, or will the blue team just push on in with all that side? Bad Player now really low, needs to get healed up, but gets air shotted there by Vigilance. A good pick onto the Hanzo. And this is what the blue team is doing, just causing chaos with these picks. They know that their heroes are a lot better at contesting in 1v1 situations and are approaching accordingly. Because if they, if you use a Tracer in a team fight, not really the best thing. Instead, Billy just putting it to himself to get these takedowns. Rebirth on the other hand, sniping up Chaos Cruiser, and this was what I was saying. The Mercy, and I mean the Moira Ana here for the red team really should be switched up to a Mercy Ana one. Instead, Chaos Cruiser on the Zen. That's still pretty decent too. I like that better than the Moira. But still, Vigilance is all alone in the sky, gets healed up by the Nanoboost at the last moment. Band Player whipping out the blade to try and get a takedown onto the Pharah. Goes for the reflex and he doesn't get it. There's just way too much sky to actually go for the hope and prayer play. Chaos Cruiser on the other hand with the snipe. The red team still no real presence onto the point. Vigilance with the Rocket Barrage does get two. And for the red team, they are able to turn things around with that ultimate there from Vigilance. I feel like Vigilance also struggling a little bit to stay into the fight without the Mercy Pocket. Look at his Rocket Barrage timings. The Pharah not getting the Rocket Barrages in a decent time. Only getting it now. I think it was his first one. So a little more for the blue squad to try and work with, the red squad rather, to work with their team. Vigilance though, not really needing any advice, will get taken onto Fire Falcon. Billy getting the Nano boost, might go for the suicide play, gets booped up by Lone. Good Hul Hog to knock the Tracer off the ledge. And now here comes Human Slot, has to wake on up, has to move out, ready with the Primal Rage. So this might be Human Slot getting pissed at everyone, just poking him around, not letting him to sleep, going for Vigilance this time, but the Pharah staying way too high up in the sky and in a spot where the Winston might fall. The payload out close to the end and Vigilance forced to drop one down to go for the contest. Rocket Barrage is available, will go for the suicide play. Yes, he does. Not the best decision there from Vigilance. Redux and Dodge able to turn things around, but Vigilance, what was that, my friend? Team kill. Pwede nang highlight for Dodge eh. Pero may sumabog. May sumabog na para sa umpisa. Wala na. It's a wrap. Paano yung 5k? Sad reacts. Bad Player on the other hand, going for a duel between Vigilance. I love this firefight between these two. Vigilance going to the right hand side, gets healed up by the Harmony and the shot. And Bad Player has to back on out. This is the blue team just way too scattered right now. They really need to regroup and try to push into the payload. All these flanks aren't working out in their favor. Ikaw na naman. Also now being tossed out by Billy, has to back one out using all his blinks. So for now, the Tracer gonna chill. No, Billy actually gonna switch on out. He knows this isn't working anymore. Has to change his lineup. Gonna go for the McCree instead. That's actually a pretty potent pick. Can get the takedown onto Vigilance quite easily. And with Human Slot and Ban Player causing some chaos, the McCree will have some free reign. Just go about his business. In the meantime, Redux now with a takedown on the 2. Dragon Strike is available. Redux trying to get on out. And here comes J22 into the skyline. The D.Va trying to stay alive. But dodge! Look at that. Getting so much charge there from the D.Va. This is Quack in control of the second point. Really good defense for the red team. The blue squad don't know what's hitting them right now. Because they have been stuck here for the past, what, 3-4 minutes? What the blue team can do is they can take the high ground in a multitude of plateaus. They can take the high ground with the McCree. Oh, J22 getting a big bomb onto Sareza and Redux. I'm a little sad I missed that. But Soundbarrier now in response from the blue team to go for the push. Chaos Cruiser with the trans as well. Vigilance on the other hand going to the right hand side. Gets the round barrage and will get taken down again. Vigilance, what are you doing? Doing that way too close to the opposing team. The blue team getting the point with only 2 minutes and 22 to spare. That was a good bomb there from J22. I didn't hear the self-destruct there. But for now, the red squad trying to get back into this fight with Lone and Dodge leading the charge. Nanagu's connecting on the Dodge for Rebirth. Will get taken down. On the other hand, for the blue squad, they do have spawn advantage, so they can play this safe. When you lose the second checkpoint as defense, you usually back on out, but this is very, very risky here for the red team because they're taking the fight to the blue team when the spawn is literally just there. Billy able to capitalize with the takedown of the Chaos Cruiser, yes. And Ban Player capitalizing with the proper pick goes on the Widowmaker to try and use the space given to them to get a flick shot or two. But for the blue team, they are just pretty much stuck here. With red squad on the other hand, just too much pressure coming out their way. Ban Player now going for the swing of things. Redux will be able to get the kill onto 1. Dragon Strike now is available. Lone now with the kill onto 2 as well. And then, there you go, the red team in heavy control of this fight. There's too much pressure there from the 2 DPS players. On the other hand, the blue squad need to maybe make an opening with the dive. They need to coordinate with what their dive is planning because there's so many shutdown potentials here from the red team. They can't dive the far at all. The Lone can just win 1v1 so easily. Look at that. He already wins 2 1v1s in that fight. Chaos Cruiser and Sareza can pocket each other to keep each other topped up and stay alive against a Lone flanker. And Redux and Dodge are the only real targets to say. But the Zarya can turn things around really rather quickly with the bubbles. So if the blue team is gonna commit onto this lineup, they need to get the picks onto the supports all the way in the backline. Try to separate them. Self-destruct now from J22. He carved the path for will do so again. I love that one. Redux and Sareza get taken down. Chaos Cruiser gets boops as well. The D.Va making an opening, sees a big gate, decides to toss a bomb at it, even gets a takedown on the Lone. So, pretty standard D.Va stuff, but it was pretty impressive there from J22. Now, 10 seconds remaining. The blue team has this last push to try and get this. Billy gonna go for the flank to the right-hand side. The blue team, on the other hand, going with the payload. And here's the Deadeye now. Redux turns around. Easy kill. You can't do that anymore against these people, Billy. It's just so easy to shut you down. You need someone to like bubble you or even go for the DM. The red squad in heavy control. Graviton Surge, Dragon Strike, Rocket Barrage, as well as Transcendence to get everyone. The red team take it 3-2.
Victory. Play of the game. Огонь по готовности.
Sama yung rock balance. Sami ata mait. What I see.
5, 4,
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
never ako nagka-comment na sportsmanship from kakampi. Like, of course you can get it from your teammates, but it's such a rarity. Everyone usually gives good teammates. It's from your team. But anyway, where were we? So we are on Route 66. Welcome to, I didn't change the names. So still Quack, Callum, making people quack, gets to already. Sun and Dinks first to fall. Here comes Rebirth trying to hop on out. The Hanzo trying to stay alive. But there's a lot of pressure here from both the Widowmaker and the Red Team ball. So for the Red Team, they have to turn things around here. With after those 2 picks from Rebirth, good rest there from Vigilance onto Redux, playing this Doomfist. He's gonna go for a punch right now onto Chiaki. The Zarya trying to stay alive. Fire Falcon in the fray as well. In the middle line, go for swings onto Chaos Cruiser. He needs to get healed up, however, gets the bubble instead. Good save there from Chiaki. But here comes Dodge rolling on in. And the Moira trying to keep everyone sopped up. Pile Driver now connecting. Dragon Strike in the meantime from Rebirth. Shatter doesn't get much from Fire Falcon. Chaos Cruiser pretty far away from his. And just a lot of chaos here for both sides. Just honestly, this has been a hammer fest between Chaos Cruiser and Fire Falcon. Eventually, Kimachi goes on in with the Brigitte, able to get the takedown. Earthshatter now is available. Chiaki tried to get on out, trying to stay alive. Why do I smell something? I smell something burning. It's kind of smell. Yeah. And now the red team able to take it. I'm just gonna check my temps real quick, guys, because I smell something burning for some reason. No smoke. Hopefully it's not anywhere nearby, because I don't want to be caught in the fire. But anyway, the red team, what's Boralos? Oh, it's a WoW thing. But anyway, we're in the game. The red team tried to put some more pressure. So this is just classic get some staggers using both the Wrecking Ball and the Doomfist as well as the Widowmaker right now to just force the blue squad to die one by one. Both Rebirth and Dinks get taken down. The only way they can actually contest Callum is those true DPS. Chiaki getting punched around as well. And this is what's pretty common to happen in escort maps due to the fact that the spawn isn't really close in a multitude of maps. Like the older maps have this fallacy. When you die on the first, the spawn is all the way by the third instead of a second spawn. You see it on Route 66. You see it on, what do you call that map? Numbani. You see it on, yeah, those two maps. So it really goes to show that it's so easy to just snowball in those two maps. Because look at it, the red team having no real clash outside. The red team now has 5 minutes in their time bank. And this has to be the blue squad changing something up. Because if they're gonna keep coming out onto the red team like that, they're just gonna die over and over again. Good responses here from both Rebirth and Dinks as well as Sun actually going over to Diana. So for the blue team, they can now skulk around. Traffic the Surge being tossed out by Chiaki onto the payload. No real follow-up, however. Till Dinks gets a takedown onto one. Shatter connecting from Chaos Cruiser onto Chiaki. Counter shattered from Fire Falcon. And in the meantime, the Doomfist causing a lot of trouble here for the blue squad. Gets a meteor strike on the Sun, but Sun staying alive, hopping on out. Diana just jumping around, trying to get away from the angry black man, but no, Redux still gets a takedown. And yeah, this is the problem here for the blue team. Just the fact that they got snowballed is pretty much causing their chemistry to fall apart. They really need to just group up as much as they can. Mines now from Dodge. Fire Falcon can do something about this. Just hold up the okay. The EFP there from Dinks as well. But Fire Falcon could have just went for the charge. Instead, Redux will be able to get a kill on to Dinks. That was very questionable there from the Somba. And 3 kills now make that 4 for the red team. Callum uncontested is never a good time. Someone needs to go for Callum and has to be one of the flankers. But Chiaki instead hopping on up. Dinks gonna go for the contest with 0.61 on the clock. Chiaki now gets focused down, gets taken down. And a little too late there for the blue team. Yeah, there you go. Just, you know, it's just a standard get snowballed and die. This is why I hate maps like formed like this the most. Especially where you're playing competitive against random strangers. When people just want to duel the opposing Widowmaker, it just becomes such a bad time. This map and Numbani, just like, I hate playing those on these maps. But I like this map a little more because it's I like the format of it. But anyway, so you know, just sharing real quick about that. So if you are wondering why you struggle in Route 66 or Numbani, that might be a reason. Because this whole second point, your spawn's all the way there, all the way inside. There's no spawn like here, like here. Could have been a spawn here. Could have been a spawn like there. Like there could have been a room maybe here. But yeah, instead it's all the way there, and at least there's this doorway here to allow you to get on by. Stream sniping dodge. Wheel. Wheel. Tangina. The trash talk is real from these guys. Rebirth and Daks. Oh, rebirth. Pointing fingers. Funny stuff, funny stuff. But yeah, anyway, the blue team only go with the Bastion. This might work, because Farfalcon already committing with the Orisa. Can Rebirth make this count? They will have to deal with this guy, of course. Callum already scouting it out. Sees the Omnix into the fray. Farfalcon going for getting a shot, and they're gonna set up onto the payload. So Rebirth already in position, going for a few shots here and there. See a barrier now from Farfalcon. And on the other hand, Chaos Cruiser going through some pipes onto the right hand side. Poor Chaos Cruiser though doesn't know what's gonna hit them. Chiaki instead will shut him down. And here comes the Bastion choo-choo train. Here comes the pirate ship. Another set of takedowns here. Callum, of course, getting a pick off onto Sun. But that is pretty much the only pick he's gonna get easily in this fight. Now gets met by Rebirth, who's still staying with the payload. Things skulking around, finally gets a takedown. Opportunist to the maps. And with the Opportunist, seeing exactly where the Widowmaker will go. The good map control here. Next making a very small mistake there. Not hacking the vent back before going in B. Has to wait on the cooldowns, and that might make a difference because he still has to set on up to get into a position. On the other hand, the red team with the rotate through the back line of the Orisa and the Bastion. Good bubble there from Chiaki, but finally there's the takedown. And with no mercy here for the blue squad, they have to fend for themselves. Can the Orisa get some kills? Vigilance hiding behind the cavern, trying to stay alive, and we do get a Junkrat here for 3 Daks. Perfect picks from the red team. Kala now even switching over to the Mei, so the red team already has gotten rid of the problem, but this might be a whole problem in itself. With the Mei Junkrat defense, they might just get run over into the next fights. But for now, more or less, they're gonna win it out. Grand, sup Grand? How you doing, bro? Translocate now there from Daks, and he's gonna get frozen, and he's gonna die. You got contacted na by the thing I asked you for, right? What the fuck? Where'd the Brigitte go? Did you see that? Like, Kimachi just disappeared out of nowhere. But looking at the red squad's defense, they're using as much of the map as they can with this Junkrat, with this Mei, with this Diva. Vigilance just floating around for some reason. But Daks is in position still. The EMP can connect pretty well if it's gonna be a combination. There you go. Riptire in response from Redux does get 3 kills. Rebirth on the other hand with configuration talk. A lot of chaos here from both squads. But this is gonna be Rebirth trying to step up onto the point, but with the Junkrat still alive, too dangerous to actually do so. So in the end, red team win it out just for the sheer fact that the proper team members of the blue squad were dead, and the proper teams members for the red team in that last minute contest were alive. So they're still taking control of the gas station. Probably will get a petrol value card or something like that. And that's what sends now from Sun to keep everyone topped up. The Blizzard off the mark there from Callum. But it's gonna be a Vigilance Valkyrie right now, and Callum just gonna push with this, going for the piercing damage. The blue squad forced on that. Rebirth on the other hand, I like this pick here. Switching over to the Pharah, but we'll get shut down with Vigilance. Who gets 2 kills? Val Mercy on the horizon. Chiaki getting booped around, and he's gonna go for the res. He gets cancelled by Chiaki. And the blue team is struggling so hard in this fight. It looked pretty good for them at the start, but you know what happened? The Bastion gets shut down by the rotation play. Very smart there from The red team, whoever called that dispensation should deserve a commend or something. Probably green commend. Rebirth now breaking the shield there onto Dodge, using the cavern as cover. Coalescence there from Nixer as well to keep the push alive. Chaos Cruiser now having to hop on out. We have Gravinus Surge onto Dodge. The Winston gets caught on out and has no Primal Rage. On the other hand, we have the rally here from Kimachi. Lots of close quarter damage. Nixer really low already. Sun will be able to get the shutdown. And good movement there from the blue team to stay away from the self-destruct. In the meantime, Redux up on top. Gets a kill onto Rebirth. That's a pretty vital pick to get rid of the opposing Pharah. Now the sky is the limit here for Redux. On the other hand, Dick switching over to the Widowmaker, but it's way too close to the fight. Might get shot out here. Gets a pile driver in response. Sun really low. Will get taken down. Callum with no damage reduction on those icicles as well. Gets a snipe on the Dinks. Now Chiaki and Fire Falcon almost gets frozen. And Zarya now, a statue of his former self, gets stunned up, will get taken down. No, that's Nixer dying instead. Fire Falcon with a kill onto Kimachi. And the Zarya staying alive long enough to do enough damage onto the main. Rocket Barrage here from Rebirth will just give another life to the chances of the red team. Redux and Rebirth with another bull. This time, it's Rebirth with the victory. And the blue team, at the last moment, gets that first checkpoint. It was pretty clutch there from the blue team. Just getting in position enough to get those kills. And the Fire Falcon Chiaki sustained train over there. The Orisa and the Zarya keeping the contest on the payload. And Chiaki keeping the Orisa alive over the Blizzard, over the opposing tanks as well. And this is well deserved there by the blue team, but they will have to contend with a Wrecking Ball right now. Rebirth switching over to the Bastion has had enough of Dodge and his Wrecking Ball. So the Bastion here for Rebirth trying to get into position. Redux up on top again. The Pharah close to the Rocket Barrage can turn things around if he gets into the proper position. It all depends on where Fire Falcon puts up the shield and where they are on the map. This could have been a good time. No, they're gonna go for it. Grabbing the search in response there from Chiaki. Gets to, and the pulse bomb from Dinks gets a Power Mercy combination. I love that play there from the blue team. This time, they didn't falter to their previous mistake. Kimachi now getting it torn apart after using his skills as well. So the blue team learning. They are like an AI. They learn from their mistakes. But the blue team right now, close to the end. Can the red squad get the contest? No, they can't. Okay, Cruiser on a one-way trip. Redux on the other hand with the Rocket Barrage. K Cruiser now getting the mech. Dinks with the takedown onto the fire as well. And this is the strike of the Tracer. Just pushing very, very rapidly. Goes for dodge this time. One clip. I love that one clip. It's always good to see a one clip like that. Talamon in the hand with the Junkrat. But this might be something that would put the fear on the Dinks. Because there is a Brigitte to play. Kimachi, a pretty noble Brigitte at that. So Dinks has to stay away as much as possible. It has to be the red team grouping up with the Brigitte to not get shut down. A Rocket Barrage now from Redux. And looking at the red squad as they have this triple DPS comp that might be potent here inside. As Callum now just getting some free damage. An easy set of kills for the red team. Dinks gets caught out as well. But for the blue squad, they're forced out already. And this is something that you can do against a pirate ship comp, because the Orisa buyer isn't really the toughest one for Riptide to turn out the hopes and dreams there for Rebirth and Sun. But as I was saying, the Orisa buyer isn't the toughest one compared like the Reinhardt one. And if you just do enough damage, you're gonna break it pretty easily. And then the Orisa can do more or less nothing with just like the Fortify. So, yeah, a good strategy here from the red team. Just trying to outclass them with superior numbers. Configuration tank there, more or less wasted by Rebirth as well. Chaos Cruiser now just hiding, using the Baby Diva to try and do some damage. Redux though with a takedown onto one. Gonna drop one down. The Pharah getting free reign. It is pretty bad here for the blue squad. This is the red team having their number. This is the red team having the proper comp in the first place. And this Bastion has gone from pretty interesting to downright throwing. Because when the Bastion not set up in the proper space, you can't really do much in the first place. In the meantime, blue team still caught outside. Redux now with the takedown on to Dinks. The Pharah going to the right hand side, spots out Rebirth. The Soldier 76 is next to fall. It is the blue team running out of chances. And the round barrage from Redux close to the ground, but not close enough to get himself taken down. A fireworks fest now from the Junkrat and the Pharah. Diggs forced back on out, gets a shot there onto Callum, but Redux will return the favor. Vigilance can go for the rest. Will he actually go for it? This is going to be very, very risky. He's going to drop one down. Doesn't get sightlined, so it's not going to work out in their favor. Dodge on the other hand with the Dragon Strike. Grabbing the surge from Chiaki and gets to the payload in time. Chaos Cruiser and Dodge will meet him. The hand zone now going for the punch. And there you go. Chaos Cruiser with the takedown. A rally from the red team to seal the deal. And 3-2 will be the score. Back taking it.
Play of the game.
Play of the game going to Redux. That was pretty close. That could have gone either way, but this time the Bastion not working in the attacking with a Zarya here for the blue team. On the other hand, for the red squad, it's gonna be a Reinhardt, Junkrat, Sombra, Zarya. So for the red squad, their whole plan of attack is damage and hacking. For the blue team, it's that M1W combination. And Dom is on the Torbjorn, so that throws everything out the window right now. Being on the Torb will be such a wild card. We'll see if it will make or break the blue team, as Dodge is already at a disadvantage thanks to the Fire Grenade there from Timora. On the other hand, Ban player on the side, Daks as well, tossing some grenades, and Dom has to deal with the Junkrat of Kairu dashing into one and will get taken down. Doramea on the other hand, Biotic Grasp with the takedown, goodbye orb of yellow there to allow the red team to push. And this is the problem here for the blue team, trying to run this Torbjorn. He has no real presence in an engagement like that. I feel like it would be a lot better if Dom actually committed on putting the turret up on top. But now Dom switching over to the Tracer, and the blue team having a better kind of attack in this engagement. So Dom now going to go for the right hand side. On the other hand, two support ults ready here for the red squad. Trying to get into position. Shatter immediately countered by Fire Falcon with the Fire Strike. Grabbing the Surge is honestly wasted there by Chiaki, because they get the kill too quickly onto the Brigitte. Chiaki just tearing apart Callum this time, and for the red team, it looks like they're having the superior tank line in terms of ultimate usage and in terms of who will stay alive. Oh, Chiaki missed completely. Never mind. So Dom's life not in too much danger, but gets taken down by the Fire Strike there from Fire Falcon. So Dom's still dying. Everything is right in the world. The red team now gonna go for the left hand defense. On the other hand, the blue team in the middle. Fire Strike now connecting to a bunch of members. Thinks though, keeping the pressure on. Popping the Riptire all the way from the spawn and gets another kill onto Dom. So Dom has been alive for like 3 seconds since the pause. Shatter now connecting from Fire Falcon, but completely whiffed onto Dodge. Nano boost onto both Reinhardt as well. Coalesces out from the Romea, a Gravity Surge in response, a multitude of ultimates, and the Pulse Bomb to be the complete ribbon in this package. Callum not taking a nap, will get taken up by Chiaki, but Redux with 2. So this substitution here for Redux making it work. The Hanzo right now getting some picks for the time being. So flip here for the blue squad, and the red team has to back on out. Trying to reform the lines, and they just trying to not get staggered in this engagement. But Daks is into the middle line, and with the red team's lineup right now, they really need to force the blue squad in a tight enclosed space, or at the very least get Band player in a position to go for the EMP. Dodge now whipping out the Shatter. This is very, very easy for the blue team to win, because Dodge getting both the Ana and the Junkrat first and foremost. Next would be the Murder. And this is the blue team now taking control of this fight. For the Sombra though, he's just skulking around. He can do one of two ticks. Can go on to the point and go for the contest, just be more or less a nuisance, or he can get into position with the EMP. Because Fire Falcon does have the Shire available. EMP now comes on out, Graviton Surge is there as well. The red squad in a pretty stellar spot so far, as Callum now trying to go and vaporize the opposing Moira. Doramea eating up orb, gets her own one. The Biotic Orb is just into play here for both squads. Good flip there from the red team. Now we do have the Junkrat putting some pressure on, forcing the blue squad to back on out, and it's gonna be a corner trap there, allowing Daks some free space to go for the rubber ducky. It's gonna go for the roll on in from the right side. Predictable though from both Dodge and Redux. Blue squad completely forgetting about the point. I forgot about the point, and they will take the lose there. Yikes, the pause here pretty bad. I'm sorry about the pause, guys. Trap same spot again, calculated. For the red team, they just won that out with a pretty superior lineup, just running that double DPS, forcing the blue squad to actually switch on out to less of a comfort pick. But in the meantime, Dom gonna switch on over to the Pharah. Will Kimachi follow suit with the Mercy? Or will Kimachi actually stay on the Brigitte? On the other hand, not Takashi on the other. Oh, it's Callum gonna be on the Mercy. Interesting. No, it's gonna be on the Winston. So a lot of switches there for both sides. In the blue team now, trying to get in position, gonna go to the bridgeway. Kimachi walking on over, and Dom will get the first pick onto Fire Falcon, who falls all the way down the Skyscraper. Here's a dive now from Callum, puts up the bubble as well, allowing Dodge to roll on in uncontested. So that was good movement there from both the Wrecking Ball and the Winston. So it was Callum popping the shield in time for Dodge to just roll past it as he dropped on down. So just a very small microplay, pretty flashy as well from them, and now Daks will be punished for it, getting the pile driver to his name. The blue team now trying to take control. Oh, Dodge! Questionable play, number 1 from Dodge, hitting the corner. Dumbledore now with the takedown onto 1. This is the red team going through the tower area of Lijiang. And this is pretty smart here, because they have to contend with the Pharah from Dom, who's now floating around to the left-hand side. Biotic Orb being thrown around. Toromea healing up as much as she can. But for the red squad, I feel like maybe a switch to a dive would be a little better. They have to get the shutdown onto the Wrecking Ball as well as the Winston. And at the same time, deal with the Pharah into the sky. Might be a little too much for a Reinhardt to handle. And Fire Falcon almost falling down. Tomorrow with the shutdown play. But Redux on the right hand side gets a Deadeye on the band player and go for the offensive on Fire Falcon. But the Reinhardt winning that one out. Shatter is available, can toss it at any time on the bridgeway, just being pretty conservative for this, to say the least. Nano Reinhardt now into play, and Dodge whipping Fire Falcon into the fray. So that was a really bad misplay there from the Wrecking Ball, pushing the opposing Reinhardt to his team, allowing them to get the point. And this will be a lot harder for the blue team to actually siege over defend. Because with the siege here for Dodge and Callum, they're not going to be forced to, the defending team isn't forced to go through the bridgeway. Here's a dive now from the two animals, and you can go for the roll. The mines are prime, and Dodge is using the center as it at the point to go round and round and round he goes. Kimachi on the other hand with the rally, getting into the fight. Dumbledore though, all the way in the flank. There you go, Rocket Raj from Dom does get a takedown onto 1. Fire Falcon trying to get back into the point, still has the shatter available. But I've been saying this to Fire Falcon for a bit right now. He could use the shatter anytime in these fights. The shatter is not an ult that you need to save, because you can get it so quickly as a Reinhardt in the first place. So the blue squad now getting the point on back. 55% here for the blue team. And on the other hand, the red team, 40% isn't a bad spot. They will have the Nano Blade available in just a bit. And they also have the Grav, they also have the Shatter. So a bunch of options here for the red team. They don't need to go willy-nilly. On the other hand, the blue team can delay a lot with the mines and the primal rage. So Dodge now trying to get into position, pops the mines. Band player seeing what Dodge is doing. He didn't go for the blade, and the red team now on the retreat. That was pretty smart there from the Genji. Just already getting to position, and Dodge is stuck here. Dodge is not gonna get anything done here because he's just gonna bounce around. Callum falling down as well. The blue team now has no tanks. Can the red team capitalize on that huge misplay there from the red squad? Band player whipping out the Dragon Blade as well. But that comes to the point where the red team should have noticed both the Winston and the Wrecking Ball were dead. They didn't need to go for the blade, they didn't need to go for the Coalescence. Honestly, the grab could have been enough. And now they're gonna have a little less to work with. Good half there onto the Wrecking Ball. The Hammond trying to hop away, but Dings will be able to get a takedown. On the other hand, Dumburger floating into the spawn. The Fire Rockets getting a tag onto the Ana, gets a takedown. Oh, Tormea staying alive, but not for long. Will fall as well. That was a really big mistake there from the red team because the blue squad made an even bigger one. They didn't really capitalize on it. Mines now coming out. Overtime is there. Fire Falcon finally going for the shatter, but has to contend with not only the Raw Raj but the mines as well. And the barrier has no chance against that. Can the red squad get back onto the point? Tormea not going for the fade jump across the chasm. We still see a contest, however, from Dings. The Sombra right now caught on the outside this time and has to drop on that. Bad player getting onto the point, gets stunned up, will get taken down so quickly. Dings going for a 1v1 between Redux and himself, but Callum tasing him in the back.
Score 1-1.
For the red squad, we shall see what they are going to be up to in the first place, because they're gonna be running this main from Dings, and that's pretty interesting. This looks like a pick that's that's just designed to go against Dodge on that Wrecking Ball. Callum Winston main now. I don't think so. I think they're just trolling, just having fun with playing an off-roll. And this is Callum just working together with Dodge as much as he can to dive. But I feel like if they wanted to do the dive better, someone else could be on the the Winston rather, and then Callum can be on the Doomfist. Dodge though into the middle line, 20%, gets frozen up, gets easily shut down, and as we were saying, so Dings was like, okay, Dodge is gonna be on that Drake Ball, and I'm gonna freeze him as he pile drivers hit in the middle line. Redux though will be able to get the shutdown, yes, but the Red Squad already with the advantage. The Hanzo pushing on in Kimochi, using the Brigitte third person perspective to try and get a shutdown there. But Quack able to get the first capture onto the point. In the meantime, the blue team now trying to get back into the position that they need, because Dodge is on the Reinhardt this time, protecting his team. Kimichi is there as well to be his vanguard. On the other hand, Callum charging into the fray already. The 3 tanks throwing a triangle to try and catch Fire Falcon out for a ride. Nano Boost connecting onto Fire Falcon now, but completely misses the charge, and Dodge eats up the bio grenade. It's whittled down so quickly by Chiaki. A 1-for-1 trade here between the two teams. The blue team on the other hand onto the point. Dom trying to contest, but gets taken down so easily by Chiaki. The Deadeye now is available. It's a big coalescence though from Tormea. The red squad right now just keeping the pressure on. This has been a contest of a lifetime, but looks like it's a lifetime over for the red team. As Cam now with 2 kills again. Made good counter pick for Wrecking Ball. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Alright. The rally now is available here for Kimichi as well as the shatter for Dodge. And can the blue team actually go for the choke point play? Rally now comes on out. There's the shield bash on the Fire Falcon. Dings responds in kind with the Blizzard, creating a safe zone here for the red squad. When the blue team rotating onto the opposite side, gets a shatter. Rocket Barrage here from Dom as well, gets 3 more kills. A solid performance from the blue squad. Good rotation there. And Kimochi even getting the takedown. I think he went for the teabag, so bad player giving the question mark to Kimochi right now, causing a lot of problems in the first place. The ultimate's ready here for the blue team. Tormea going for the top part, tossing out the Bioharp to get some charge, but Nomura needs to be in this fight to heal up the rest of her team. Dragon Strike this time consumes both the Reinhardt and the Brigitte. The red squad moving on to the point. Dom just a flying nuisance for the time being. Can't really do much in this engagement. And he needs to hit those rockets as the red squad push all the way to the point. Just that part of the map where it's out in the open. The best way for Dom to actually get a kill or two. Now Dom really low, has to so close to the kill zone. Can Dom stay alive? Gonna use the thrusters to just pop up in front of Chiaki. The red squad now in perfect control of this after the 2 DPS players of the blue team get picked off. Not Sakashi getting the rest. But for the red team, this has been them in control. Daks now close to the rally. Kimochi popping his own. Callum is the target, and Kimochi instead isolated will get taken down. Not really the best feeling there for the Brigitte of blue. I think so. Getting responded into kind. Thanks for the host there. Infectious with 13. Thank you, Infectious. As 3 more kills go the way of the red team. Look at how many ultimates they have in this engagement. Can they eat this up? Just a shatter here from Fire Falcon. Might be able to seal it. Puts Kimochi and Cam to the ground. Nano boost now onto the red Reinhardt, and he's absolutely livid. In the meantime, it's a Graviton Surge now popped on up all the way to the point. Dodge just rolling around. The red squad cleaning up the spawn point of the blue team. Now the focus fire here on the Dodge, and he's just being beaten back. 75 HP and a dream. Can't even get back onto the point. The red squad taking it 2-1. Dude, thank you for the host, dude.
Play of the game.
Dude, Daks is going for it, dude. Easy club goodbye. What was that play? That was a play? Ganyan lang sa kompe. You mean ground games even more? And had the opportunity to and could afford to ignore the aerial advantage that the blue squad had. So if there was engagement that the Pharah was causing a lot more chaos, if the Mercy was pocketing him and the Rocket Barrages were almost always on point, the Brigitte pick would have lost him the game. But as we all know, the Brigitte is a very strong hero. And this time we have a Sombra, which is another strong hero. So, you know, a lot of new highlights for heroes in the meta. Daks on the Sombra versus Archangel on the Doomfist. Dirty Birdie going for the res for the time being. And now the point in control still of the defense. They're using the Hotel's corners to try and charge up the shield, as Dirty Birdie now soaring into the sky with trying to focus down on keeping the damage boost onto Dom. But Dom popping the intersight now. Daks out in front, gets the hack there onto the Widowmaker, but the ding there onto Demora. Daks barely avoiding it. So the Sombra getting away by the skin of his Pearly Lights. The red squad now with a 250 trade, and Tora Mayo with a takedown onto Dirty Birdie as well. That's the thing with the Moira. You don't have the utility, but you have a lot of healing, and you can just go into the fight. The Moira also has that auto aim, so very good for pesky characters as well as players who aren't very good at aiming in the first place. So that's the strengths of the Moira. Any close quarter healing you need, you can go for the Moira instead of a Lucio. It really depends on how much you need and what kind of utility you need in the first place. Dom now up on top, gets a snipe there on the band player. Chiaki being bounced around. Arctania with the juggle. Might need to go to the Carnival after this one. As Meteor Strike now is available here for Arctania. EMP though in hand for Daks, trying to get into position. Can the red squad respond in kind, however? That's the real question. Dom now with a takedown onto one. Good high ground advantage. Meteor Strike popped as well by Arctania to stay alive. Fire Falcon just cinching him up in that process. Red team now coming in through to the archway. It's Reza and Fire Falcon looking at each other, waiting who's gonna go for the shatter. Instead, we have the EMP, we have the Graviton Surge, and a Nano Boost as well as a Dragon to put an exclamation point into what. But that was a little too much from the red team, I would say. They could have only used the EMP and the Graviton. They could use the Dragon Strike in a more narrow part of King's Row like this one. Could use it here to force the blue squad to back on out. Dom this time versus band player. Can Dom stay alive against the Hanzo? No, the Hanzo changes targets. Oh, gets a sleep dart. Perfect sleep dart there from Tomorrow all the way from downtown. The red squad now pushing to the corner. Gets met by Arctano and Cereza. Double shatters, but Fire Falcon a smidge too late. Gets stunned instead. A coalescence now from Toromea. Staying alive, getting bounced around though by Arctano. And Dirty Birdie in a pretty bad spot. Almost dies. Good bubble there from Chaos Cruiser. But the blue team forced back on out. Daks and Chiaki with another set of kills. Here comes Chaos Cruiser with the contest just being booped around. Finally gets taken down. Just being too close to the Reinhardt. Won't be a good one for the Zarya. For the red squad, they're close to the end already and have a lot of time in the bank. And on the other hand, the blue team in the center point, Teresa trying to stay alive. Vigilance and Dom onto the left-hand side. Dom is bad player waiting for an opportunity to get across. So he knew Dom had sidelines of him, waiting for the lunge to stay alive, trying to keep it safe, to say the least. Teresa and Firefox and Dome meet each other in pitch combat into the middle line. Shiaki able to get the touchdown this time. Graviton surges from both sides, but this looks like it's gonna be the red team who has a more effective one. Arctania with the only kill, and no follow-up from the blue squad will cause their demise, and the payload close to the end already gets it. 408 on the red team. Damn, that's a lot of time.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Hey, what are you doing? Are you okay? You missed it, guys. What is happening to you? Yeah, the blue team might need to work a little better with their ults. Like, I don't even really need to see. I don't really need to. I don't know what to do for the blue team too much. It was really just their ult timings weren't the best. The only time they actually got the ultimate to count was the ones that Razor getting a shatter onto Firefox, but it still wasn't enough. So for the blue team, just work a little better in generating and comboing their ultimates, making potent in the first place. On the other hand, the red team just not overult. Just not overult. That's all you need to do. Nothing to you. Why are you for?
Beacon in place. Translocating here.
Want to show it on screen if you're throwing it out.
No, that's no way.
I think I've got this, old man.
Do it.
Attackers incoming.
You should have been angry face.
Hit mo talaga. Labo mo. For the red squad, okay, so it's pretty standard stuff on King's Row. You have your Reinhardt and your Zarya, literally your flour and sugar, to be honest, if you're gonna bake a good recipe here on King's Row. And you have the Sombra to skulk around, that's probably like your jalapeno sauce to make it a little spicy. The Hanzo, pretty standard as well, that's your chocolate chip. And Tormea and Timora are, I guess, the oven. The supports, just gonna keep this a cohesive thing. I don't know why I made that a recipe analogy, but I just stuck with it anyway. And for the other hand, the blue squad gonna switch things up. Dirty Birdie gonna be onto the Diva instead of the Mercy. Vigilance gonna be on that support instead. Chiaki playing very aggressively and will just take down Cedriza. And this is the red squad in complete control. The problem for the blue team was they were protecting the Mercy for the Reds to go out to Arctania, but what happened was Chiaki took the activity to himself. He charged on in past Cedriza's shield. And Cereza really had no choice but to keep the shield on up. There's a lot of pressure being applied by the red squad in that fight. Finally, Dom, getting the overextending heroes, gets both Timora and Bad Player. Shadow now connecting onto Cereza, Firefox and trying to turn things around, but Dom once again uncontested. And this is the problem when you let the Widowmaker get some shots. Eventually, he's gonna make it hit, and Dom is a pretty good player to finally get shots out like those 3 headshots. Tormea gets Wolf fall next. Sound barrier here from Chaos Cruiser. I feel like unnecessary here for the blue team at this point in time. Dinks gonna go up on top. Next will be Dom under pressure. Arctania turning things around, and Dom with the headshot all the way from the statue. I love this positioning here from this Widow. So the blue squad getting the capture pretty easily, and it's all thanks to this Widowmaker. I would say, like Dom, it was pretty key from him. He's just chilling up on top. Vigilance on the other hand, ready with the Valkyrie already. So 4 ultimates make that 5 for the red squad. Dinks going to the left hand side, trying to meet the blue team in a interesting spot. If the red squad can engage here, they can stop any of this momentum. But I feel like they could have waited a little more longer. The red team now with 2 kills. Dragon Strike into the Gravity Surge as well. Band Player now with the shutdown onto Dirty Birdie. But that's the red team winning that one out. And I was just saying, I would have preferred it if they waited for the payload to get all the way to the archway so they can literally plug it with a core. Arctania now getting the meter strike onto Timora, and this is the problem. The red team still defending this first point, could back on out to the archway instead, but we'll have to deal with the overwhelming pressure that is the blue squad. The Valkyrie now is available here for Vigilance. Shatter does connect as well from both Reinhardt. Here is the charge onto Firepack, and Chaos Cruiser with a takedown onto one. Bandlo trying to push on in as Vigilance does get the rest on to Arctaniel. Two supports now for the Red Squad, turns back on now, trying to stay alive. Doramea keeping the Zarya topped on up, but look at this, Arctaniel literally in their face. Again, Doofus get the takedown here. Or will the Mortar toss perfect orb in this engagement. Vigilance just healing the Doofus up, and finally there's the takedown. A lot of trust from the Mercy to the Doofus pays off in dividends as Arctaniel gets both in that fight. So for now, Arctaniel roaming around again, wants to go for Hanamura. This is the red team just being staggered way too scattered all over the streets of Kings Row. Looks like everyone wants to do shopping, everyone wants to go to the bar. It's all a lot of differences for them. Meteor Strike now is available here for Arctaniel, and he's been popping off and popping heads, just pushing bodies through the walls, letting them hit the floor. And Arctaniel now going for Chiaki next. This has been steady push on to Arctaniel. He's really the only one keeping this onslaught alive. So the two DPS heroes for the blue team winning out the first and the second points respectively. Vigilance in a pretty bad spot. Can he Guardianator onto someone? No, he can't. He's gonna fall down. Here goes Fire Falcon now into the fight. Self-destruct onto the corner. Gets absolutely nothing from Dirty Birdie, and even Ghost gets a hack. Makes it really nice. This is the Red Squad now taking control of it. This is a lot better for them. The only thing they really need to deal with is Arctaniel's Stingfist as a Meteor Strike now comes on out. Band player forced back to Hanzo trying to stay alive, and there's the punch down from Arctaniel. So the blue team once again resting on the shoulders of their DPS players. On the other hand, so Red Squad having a lot of ultimates in their disposal. Hopefully this time they don't waste them all. They don't do it in a bad spot. Cyreza going for the charge might be a suicide play here as Daks is already in position to pop the EMP onto 5. Even Arctaniel gets caught on that. Dragonstone Surge is there. Band player with Dragon Strike as well. And that's just more force of habit there from the Hanzo instead of communication. He just pops it even though they more or less won the fight already without Dragon Strike. Now though, the red team finally getting the defense that they need. The blue squad with a little less time than the time set by the red team in the first place, so the blue squad will be at a disadvantage already. The bubble there from Dirty Birdie to keep Cyreza topped up and against the hack. But not gonna work out in her favor. On the other hand, Daks still staying in the shadows. Here comes Dom, both of the Sombras going for a duel. But Dom really low, gets surprised by the Fire Falcon Hammer and gets stomped in the head instead. For the red team, they're in the middle line. Dirty Birdie hopping around, getting some energy as much as she can. And the two supports here for the blue team are ready to push into the choke point. And we do see Dom now switching over to the bar. Valkyrie is Bob Vigilance trying to keep everyone topped up, but Arctaniel is the first pull. Soundbarrier now here in front of the team. They have used both of the support ults, and the red squad hasn't pretty much done anything besides shatter a while ago. So now the two supports of the red squad having the advantage. Daks need to get healed up, get some spray there from Doramea. Orb is there as well. Finally, the coalesce comes around after shatter there from Cyreza. Arctaniel taking advantage, gets a kill onto one. Coalesce is getting a takedown as well. Chiaki with the Graviton Surge onto the majority of the red team. And this is gonna be another successful hold for them. Congratulations there to the red squad. That made it work. They made it work in the first place. Arctaniel right now staying alive for the time being. Release Meteor Strike. Gonna go on to the payload to keep the contest alive. Doesn't really need to do so. And finally gets a Meteor Strike at the last moment. Going for tomorrow first, but the Ana gets away. Good stun there from Band player as well. There's gonna be a takedown from Doramea. So a 1-for-1 trade here for the two teams, but it's the red squad on the retreat as they lost the Reinhardt. Doramea actually staying into the fight, needs to be pocketed there by the Brigitte. Both of the supports just keeping each other alive. Dom now still with the Rock Barge available, still being pesky with the Bara with Coalescence. Yeah, Rock Barge comes on that after Chiaki and Daks do get two, but it's a little too late there from both Dom and Cyreza. He does get a kill on the Band player, but the ultimates there from the blue team coming online way too late. Could have done it a little earlier, could have gotten it a little earlier to actually make a difference, but instead they both whiffed theirs. So can the blue squad actually bounce back in this one as Daks and Bad player are ready with two ultimates. The EMP is available and the red team waiting for an opportunity to go for a similar play. Has been a lot of victories here for the red squad when Daks just pops the EMP into the middle line, drops on down. Now we'll go for a target, grabs the third from Dirty Birdie, however, gets hacked on up, and now to make that 3 kills for the red team with the rally pushing into the attack of the blue squad. Looks like the defenders are just fighting back instead. Kudos to them for trying to turn things around, and kudos to them for flipping it over after the EMP. For the red squad, just half a minute remaining in this defense, and they are the advantage because they have the coalescence. Vigilance though ready with a chance, so the blue squad can use it in a pinch or use it to push all the way inside. They're looking for an offensive chance. We have a shadow from Fire Falcon. Nana boost onto him as well. Goes for the charge. Almost gets a pin onto Dom. The Hanna trying to stay alive. Gets swung around by Dirty Bird to keep it out into the fray. And the payload uncontested finally gets touched by Arctaniel before the end. Dragon Strike now cutting a weave into this fight, but it hasn't been working out in their favor. Can the red squad get back into this? What their defense? Oh, the Sombra almost falling down thanks to the Wrecking Ball, but Sarir this time all the way in the back line gets grabbed as well. So the red squad will take it 3-2. Ooh. Play of game going to far back. And this was the third round play after coalescence, and the grab just like swing and a 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 swing. That's all I have to say. It's really just swings. It's really just swings.
You gotta believe.
Thanks. Okay, didn't see that. Expect an intense fight. You got this. You got this. I'll try him a guess.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Taking care of you should be a peak performance.
Okay, so for the red team, they're gonna be running this Pharah from Arctaniel and Toromei on the Mercy. Before the blue squad, they're gonna try to run their strongest heroes as Redox and Calab will be on the Doomfist and the Genji. The blue squad now forcing the red team in a choke, and in this pinch, Calab can get some switch strikes pretty heavily. Arctaniel though putting some pressure on, and this is gonna be a big weakness here for the blue squad because they don't have too much to deal with this Pharah besides King Cruiser on the Zenyatta. Calab even with the takedown after the sleep dart with Hanamura. So a good combination from the red team as the blue squad will get the first capture. Redux charging on in, gets Timora as well. And the trades are going the way of the blue team so far, but Arctaniel's still a problem. Dropping on down however and gets vaporized here by Dinks. Really low, needs to get healed by Toromei, and the Mercy messes up the Guardian Angel I believe. Almaty gets caught in a pinch. Finally, Toromei into the fray. Arctaniel will fall still to the amount of pressure both Calab and Dinks are applying. And that's not really the Mercy's fault too much. It's really just the HPS way too low right now to tank that up. Calab trying to get away. Shiyaki pretty high energy. And some banana boost now going the way of the Reinhardt for Fire Falcon. So the red squad able to turn things around. Who even plays what the fuck bugs? I don't know. Or what? I keep feeling what the fuck. It's what's Team Fortress. But I don't know, dude. I think someone named Yuri's plays in it, and he's pretty damn good. But for the blue squad, they're just getting taken down so easily. This is the problem with the blue team's lineup. The moment the Pharah Mercy have the map control, they're just sitting Daks. Look at that, Arctaniel is staying up to type. Someone needs to shut this down. A Discord orb and maybe an engagement with the Dragon Blade will work wonders for the blue team. And there you go, exactly as we go. Callum goes for the blade on the Arctaniel. He's literally sitting in that engagement. And another sleep dart, Nemora once again with the clutch dart. But the Ana, really low already, has to hop on out. And the blue squad in control things. Gonna go for the grab, keep fan player in to the middle line. In the OMG dogs. You know naman you can't post links on my thingy. I played a few what the WTF bugs. SR, it's very random. It's very random because it depends on who's playing. I think right now it's Diamond tier. Diamond! Kes Cruiser is ready with the chance. Callum Churi. We have the shatter now from Fire Falcon. 3 kills going the way of the red team. Also be a res there from Dirty Birdie, bringing things back up to life. But the red squad right now can stay into this fight with the turnaround play. And honestly, that fight was so chaotic. I didn't even notice. So the red team able to get the point back with Fire Falcon and Chiaki onto the point. Finally, a 1v1 between Dinks and Fire Falcon. This will be enough for the red team to keep control. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on in life, in chat, in the game? Because that was such a messy fight from both teams. It was an engagement all the way in the top part. And eventually the lone survivors were the Reinhardt and the Zarya. Kimichi and Farfaka now meet each other, facing off with their shields again. And this is gonna be a 1v1 between counterparts. Look at this, Bad Player and Callum trading shurikens as well, literally catching each other's shots. Graviton Surge now comes on out from the red squad. Chiaki putting Kimichi into the middle line. Might not feel good for him, but Redux gets a shot now with the flank onto Arctaniel. Next would be Farfaka, misses the last shot, but gets it to punch instead. Here comes Toromea, gets a flashbang for her trouble. Deadeye is available, and the blue squad able to get the point back. Yana hopping around to the right hand side. Simura trying to stay alive. Redux with the chase down, and finally with the takedown. But the blue squad trying to stay into this. The Valkyrie is available, and Dirty Birdie going to the right hand side. Thanks for answering the chat, Jip. Can blue team actually make a space here? Because Redux does have the Deadeye. If he stays into the middle lines, he can actually get free reign and easily get rid of Arctaniel and Toromea. Finally, Redux with a takedown onto Arctaniel. The Graviton Surge from Daks completely whiffed, but Redux is making count. He has gotten 2 kills already, make it a third. The McCree with the hot hand gets shattered instead by the Lunar boosted ride. Dirty Birdie with a very terrible res there because gets caught on out by the hammer swings. Callum now trying to turn things around, gets the blade on out, unleashing his inner weave, but now 2 more kills going the way of the blue team, and that's gonna be another flip. This map has been very chaotic. Still, the red squad not out of this yet because they have the Dragon Blade. Bad player stuck outside, finally gets like taken down. That was a very confusing game, honestly. So give me a sec, guys. What is omfgdogs.com? Is that some porn or something? Is it being hosted on any server or Asia? This is logged in on Americas, but since Southeast Asia is grouped up in Americas by Blizzard for some reason, it is an Asian server in essence. So if you're playing from OCE, I think you'll make it count because this is Singapore. So this is Singapore servers. If you wanna try, feel free to do so. All the instructions are there. We welcome anyone and everyone. Right now we have some international players. Band player is actually from Singapore, so don't worry about it. And yeah, Nova Gems there, I believe, is from Singapore as well. I'm not sure actually, but we also do some other pugs. Depends on the day of the week. But this is the one I host and run because this is more or less my PH community with OverRushPH. But yeah, anyway, Callum with the takedown now on the band player, going into the middle. Arctaniel caught on out, and that's not the best place for the Doomfist. When you're on a Doomfist and everyone's looking at you, you're gonna die pretty easily even with those shields. Chaos Cruiser now splitting around, almost gets on back to the point, but Farfaka points his gun down, finally gets a takedown. Callum with some Swiss strikes as well. Callum just carving a path here, using Chiaki as a Dragon Blade battery. And here's the hook now, Chiaki falls on down, thanks to the shots there from Daks. The right clicks having a little bit of knockback. The red squad though getting Arctaniel back into the fight, Kimochi out in front, still will get taken down, and this Doomfist has been going ham-fisted all the way past the spawn point. 150 MSs. It's what you wanna visit if you wanna trip out. I'll probably, sure, let's do it off stream or something. The McCree now of Redux getting into position onto the right hand side. We have Singaporean players here from time to time too, and since we host WTF OW pugs here too, so they join sometimes when they want to have some fun. Redux now whipping out the Deadeye, Callum with the blade as well. So the multitude of votes there from the blue squad, finally getting them the point back. But look at the ult economy there. The blue team having only the Graviton Surge into the next fight, but the red squad gonna have what? A Dragon Strike, a Cool Hog, a Meteor Strike, a Coalescence, as well as a Supercharger. It all depends how the red team will play this. They just need not feed their ult charge to the blue squad to even things out. For the blue team, they're playing smart. They're playing the doorways, yes, but they're not fully committing. Because one, the Dragon Strike is there, Chaos Cruiser getting caught on out, so unfortunate for him. And two, it's because they don't have a main tank. And finally, the weaknesses show off in their lineup. The red squad still in perfect control, getting the point on back. And just this Roadhog Zarya combination from the blue team might not be the best, because Daks is playing this Zarya as a DPS over and off tank. He's not really in the prime position to protect his team, but instead he's trying to make some kills happen, and he has done so successfully. But now he's into the corner. Chiaki going for the hook, gets the bubble on out, and finally gets taken down. Fire Falcon, on the other hand, being a stalwart of the point, can't get moved around easily. He has 4 legs there to keep him anchored on in. That's not how it really works, but it is what it is. Callum now whipping out the blade, gets absolutely no one. Still Archdaniel gets in the way. It's like you running into a sword. That kind of peg. Got him! Oh! Oh! The wall climb, keeping him up, and he's down. Bad player. That's if you know Nasty, that's Nasty. If you ever played with him. 2 kills now going the way of the blue squad, and it really just goes to show that their playmaking in terms of damage is superior to the red squad, but the red team on the other hand having the superior lineup in the first place. And whenever Archdaniel pops off, that just carves a path to them to get to the point. Now we do see the res from Redux, Dirty Birdie getting it, Kimochi whipping out the Roadhog this time, and gonna go for the push into the middle line. Soundbarrier to keep the Roadhog alive. That's a rarity, honestly. Could have stayed alive without it, but very safe to sorry, I guess. Says Chaos Cruiser. Chiaki right now getting hooked on up as he pops the Nano Hog, and it's not gonna work out for the red team till the coalesce there from Toromea, littling down too. The Deadeye now here from Redux. The Orisa into the middle line as well. And oh no, Fire Falcon, what was that play from Fire Falcon? He was safe already behind the barrier, but he's gonna get taken down. Dirty Birdie putting all his trust on the Redux, but the McCree has no chance against 4. Not the best time there for Redux, but it is what it is. I like that the match is back and forth. Oh, from TF2. WTF is what's Team Fortress, and it was the old Singaporean Team Fortress community. I don't know, Yuri's right there can tell you about it more. Headed by Hal, you know, those peeps. And just, you know, when they moved on to Overwatch, they still stuck on as friends. And they opened up hugs as well for the Singaporean scene. That's a little more hardcore though. But speaking of hardcore, the red team in complete control of this one, using Chiaki's Hog to maximize damage potential, and even those hooks connecting from the red Roadhog. So 102-91. But I was saying, the difference between the What's Team Fortress pugs between the Overrush community scrims is these are different audio sets, of course. Singapore for WTF and Overrush for PH. And 2, this is more chill because we're not really too high rank compared to Singapore, and we just like want to play some games, and we just drop people in, drop people out. If you win, you stay. If you lose, you're out. And if you want to leave, go ahead. And if you want to join, just go into the spectator queue. It's very simple. It's super chill. We do this like 2 to 3 times a week. On the other hand, the WTF one has stats, has what they call that, captain drafts, has a bunch of rankings as well. So it all depends on what kind of experience you're looking for. But it is what it is. They're just all pugs in general, so you can still join. It's open to everyone. There are what do you call this? Suggestions for SR though, depending on what it is. But for this case, anyone can join. It'll be a pleasure to have new cases as well. But now we are moving on to Shrine, and this has been a mirror matchup between Kimochi and Fire Falcon so far. Archdaniel now with a pick off onto one, going for the roll on that. Archdaniel now to the left hand side, and this McCree is getting a lot of pressure from the Zarya, but the space being made by both the Reinhardt and the Hanzo, allowing Archdaniel to get free reign. Redux down really low. There'll be 1v1 here, but Redux still winning it out. Has the back on off now. Tamura getting headshotted as well. Redux popping off and popping heads. Toromea though doesn't need any aim. Gets a grasp onto both Daks and Redux. So far so good. The Moira pick here from Toromea has been working out in her favor. I like seeing Moiras that actually play decently here. And Callum right now will be able to shut things down. Oh, the charge! Fire Falcon getting it. That's one of those charges where just like you just scream what and you just want to cry and tell your mom that people are bullying you down the street. Sleep right now committing on to Kimochi. I need to preserve my 100% win rate. Your stats don't get affected by custom games, dude. Callum now with a slice and dice on the bad player and for the blue squad. Just taking control of that after getting rid of not 1 but 2 members at the start. Putting the Moira in a precarious situation, forcing her to use the fate early as well. Fire Falcon almost turned things around by himself with the lucky charge, but it's just not enough. Shatter right now. And here's the blade. So Callum and Kimochi, perfect setup there from the two. Just even the tip of the Shatter there, getting a person on the opposite team. And let's just watch that one again. That was pretty good there. So this is what the Red Queen was planning. They were trying to go through the center, but since Fire Falcon put his shield down and the bubble expired, Callum able to whip out the blade and go to the backline. Now Grafton Surge from the blue team, a lot of pressure being applied. And this is just the blue team snowballing with their combo ults. The first they used the blade and the shatter, now they use the grab and the strike. So for now, they will have to charge up their ults as much as possible. Chaos Cruiser having the backup plan that is called the Transcendence in this one. But since the blue team has the Mercy, any trades from long range will go in their favor because they can go for the res. Redux back into the fight already. Arctano has to come all the way from the spawn and just wasting the time here for the red squad. They do have 4 ultimates in tow, and Arctano can be close to the Riptire. Fire Strike now being tossed out to the middle line of the Shrine. Both Reinhardts meet each other, and Callum will take down onto one in the back line. So Timora first to fall, no nano boost in display. Arctano now taking a bunch of damage. In the meantime, the red squad with complete control of the point already, just bullying the blue team off. That's a problem when you have a flanker. You more or less lose a fight head on. But that should have been Chaos Cruiser popping the chance in that fight, and if the blue squad could win that out, that could have been a little better for them. But instead, now they give up the point, and they will have to contend with the multitude of ultimates the red team has. Of course, if you just I was there earlier. I'm from QC. I'm from Manila itself. Gravity Surge comes on out, and there's the Riptire. This looks very dire for the red team. I feel like that's a little not too many ultimates. Coalescence now from the red team, and yeah, okay, that's a problem there for the red team because they literally throw their ult economy advantage out the window by using all those ults. But yeah, I'm from Metro Manila, and most of the players for Overwatch in the Philippines are from Metro Manila because it's the more higher income ones, and it's also where the better internet is. Production value. What dude, this is like the chillest shit, dude. Replay is like one of the easiest things to do. Kimochi and Fire Falcon now meeting each other. Valkyrie already popped by Dirty Birdie, and he's gonna go for the Power Mercy. A Transcendence now from Chaos Cruiser as well. The blue team now expanding all their ultimates in terms of their support type, and even the Dragon Blade here from Callum trying to turn things around. Fire Falcon on the other hand with the nano boost onto himself. Fire Falcon with 3. The Reinhardt going for some swings. The swing of things there says Fire Falcon finally gets shut down by Redux, who's going for a few arrow shots onto the opposing side. Here's the blue squad in control again. Arctano all the way in the back line gets taken down by the shurikens again. The overtime has been popped by the red team, but the blue team isn't out of this yet. They're getting the picks that they need, and they have control of the point already. But Romeo forces back on out. Callum still giving chase, and finally the laser beam whittles down the Moira. The defect now popped here by Callum to stay alive. Meets the Doomfist and the rest of the red squad. They're coming in as a unit. The real question is, can they keep this up? As the blue squad now trying to take control of this. Fire Falcon gonna go for the charge first, gets the pin onto the buy grenaded Kimochi, and he's gonna taken down. The Reinhardt out of commission now for the blue squad. Fire Falcon having free reign, grab the surge on the both sides, a Dragon Strike into the middle line. Redux does get 3, but 3 kills going the way of the red team again. Redux now one-man army gets 5, and the Shimano brothers staying onto the point will get the win. Redux highlight donking. Damn, that was beautiful there from Redux. Play of the game, going to the Hanzo. He's a Graviton Surge there. And Redux, look at that lunge! That lunge! That lunge, dude! That was beautiful stuff. Anyway. Welcome to Junkertown, guys, and we will see some new players here. Gonna be Twitch Girl. Oh, Callum! Already the insta-shot on the Vital. So, welcome to Vital to our community scrim. So, welcomed with a headshot itself. That is a terrible way to get started. But for the blue team, trying to take control into this right-hand side. And can Callum actually get a shot? Oh, gets a headshot there onto Vigilance as well. In the meantime, Twitch Girl just working with the things together to dive onto Sarrazra. So this is the blue squad already with a pretty standard spawn camp, and honestly, that was thanks to Callum. He got those entry frags very early. And for the blue team, they're still trying to get into this. Vital on the other hand is hiding behind the barrier, trying to stay alive. Gets met by the Tracer this time. Dinks and Vital looking at each other, gazing into the eyes of each other longingly. But for the red squad, they finally make an opening. Natsukashi with a snipe there onto Callum. Twitch Girl forced to back on out. Redux though with a takedown onto one. And Vince going for the res up on top. Doesn't get clipped by Redux. Finally gets shot. But Platinum with the takedown. Gonna push on in with 2 picks. For the red team, they're trying to get the corner, and this is pretty good here for the red team because they are in position and the snipers aren't. Callum will be met by Platinum. The 2 snipers going for the 1v1 duel, and finally a headshot there from Platinum to shut things down. Twitch Girl taking a nap as well, and it's gonna be a perfect setup there from the red squad. Honestly, the red team has been hitting these concise shots, these very accurate shots to their full degree. Callum now getting res on up and gets the kill back onto Platinum. In the meantime, wanting to go for a shot there onto Vigilance, and the twirl there keeping him up. Natsukashi trying to make a snipe here. Dragon Strike into the gates of Junkertown, and Callum still hiding. Finally, KX Cruiser and Sarisha trying to go for the duel. Redux and Daks with a takedown onto 2. This is the blue squad in pretty heavy control so far. So the real question is, can they keep this up? Because they are staying by the gate. The red team is close to the end. All they need to do is get a pick or 2 to make this count. So for now, the red squad does get a pick off onto 1, but 30BD has been on point with those resurrects, putting Callum back into the fight. Callum now getting hampered here by the Ana of Dom. And this has been a lot of focus fire from not only the Widowmaker of the red squad, but also from the Ana and the McCree as well. Callum now going for the silk shot, almost gets a takedown onto Platinum. But for the red team, still stuck on the outside. Another boost now on to Cyreza. He's gonna go for the charge. Doesn't get too much value out of this nano boost, however. Finally gets met by the Brigitte. Thinks just ignoring the Reinhardt. Finally goes for the pile driver, putting Platinum in a bad spot. Good shield there. And the post bomb connecting from Redux onto Cyreza. Mines into the middle line. The blue squad has been using this Wrecking Ball pretty effectively so far. And Vital staying on the Tracer has been a little bit of a hamper to the red team's offense. It's not because Vital sucks on the Tracer, but it's more of the blue team has been having this Brigitte all throughout the game. And Chaos Cruiser has been such a anchor point for the blue team. Finally, Platinum and Natsukashi with some picks. Vital finally getting through range to get the D-Mech onto Twitch Girl. He pops the Salsa Truck in response, and Redux zooms on by, gets a takedown onto the opposing Tracer. So for the blue squad, it's not over yet with this defense. Natsukashi getting a dead eye there onto Twitch Girl, chasing after Dinks this time, but the Wrecking Ball staying alive for a bit, finally gets taken down. The payload close to the end already. Still, a lot of pressure being applied by the blue team. Just this very pesky lineup of the Tracer, Wrecking Ball, and the Brigitte to anchor it all has been pretty effective so far, allowing Callum to get free reign, trying to pull some connecting from Vital onto KS Cruiser. And in the meantime, in the shanties, Shirazer gets a snipe on 30 Birdie. But for the red squad, they can't even get to the first point. This is unfortunate for them. This has been a fun sniper battle, but the blue squad is showing their stuff so easily. Great round. That was a good try there. That was a good try there from the red team. The blue squad just, Callum, hello guys, let's play snipers, and Callum winning out almost all those clashes. So kudos to the blue team and making count. I love the tank, how pesky, not only the tank line, but the Tracer as well. So Twitch Girl as well as Dinks just being super pesky there in that whole fight. I love a lot of plays there from the red team though. Just Platinum taking the fight to Callum, Dom with the sleep darts as well. Natsukashi trying to get some shots, but I feel like if the red team applied a little more pressure, they could have actually won. The Tracer is a hard pick to fight against not only these snipers, but also against this Brigitte from KS Cruiser.
That should be better.
So for the red squad,
Hello there.
what they can do now on their defense is try to do a similar kind of defense that the blue team did. See, Natsukashi is already on to the Wrecking Ball, and Platinum on the Widowmaker. So for the red team, the real question is, can they turn things around? If the blue team gets the initial picks at the start, the red squad should have one more defense before the end of the round. So can Callum actually make this count? And despite he has been making it count so far so good all throughout the night, the real question is, can Callum keep it up? As we do see Callum here on the Widowmaker, Ken's Cruiser on the Brigitte, Twitchgirl on Diva, Redux on the Tracer, Third Breedy on the Mercy, and Daks on the Wrecking Ball. Saan natutulog si Junkrat? I don't know. That's a good question. So for the red team, using a lot of space off the defense. So Platinum and Dom in opposite sides, but Dom doesn't really get too much of the sidelines unless you go to the middle line. And Daks will spot this. If the Wrecking Ball just bullies the Yana, he's gonna be in a really bad spot. Look, Daks already going for the roll. Sleep Dart doesn't connect. And here comes Daks out into the fight. Pin from Cyreza will be able to get the takedown on the Daks. But the problem with that now is that the red team has given up their main tank positioning. They have made it work, however, as Vital now with a flank onto Callum, and I feel like the Tracer pick will work a little better on the defense over the offense in this engagement, because what Vital struggled to do in the last round was Callum was up on top on the gates of Junkertown, but this time he's on the low ground. And Tracer now going to go for the flank. Callum looking for an opportunity to strike. Daks versus Natsukashi in a Wrecking Ball off. And this time the Tracer gonna drop on down Daks out in front. Vital gonna go to the left hand side. Redux and Callum though with 2. Here comes Callum in, a Tracer in his face. Can he get the takedown? Just ignoring this so far because of the peel there from Daks. I love the support there from the tank line from the blue squad. And then the payload close to the end. Platinum gets sniped already. Natsukashi gonna go on for the roll in. Gets to the payload. But can he stay alive? Vigilance this time keeping with the Moira. Post bomb connecting from Redux onto Cyreza. And the turnaround play from Redux literally behind Cyreza in that engagement. Daks right now popping the mines, and the payload close to the end. Natsukashi forced to run them over, using up a lot of his HP. Now pops their shields, but can anyone else contest here from the red team? No, it can't be. A quick round here on Junkertown. Handlow. Why is the team name still done? Why are the team names still like that?
Play of the game.
So I'm going to Redux on the Tracer. Oh, good kudos then. What a god. Ooh, the melee on the Mercy. That's pretty impressive. Where's he going? Oof. Dude, just like ignores the Office Tracer. But look at 4,500.
Everything to try to hit things. So how to start in 1 sec. Go!
Okay, tapos. Yeah!
Okay, Tracer, jumping. Not even running. Sorry. Teleport. Ooh. Teleport. Oh, see her suddenly appear in one spot.
She just did.
Was it okay?
She did the recall thing. My god.
Where is this? Oh, it's here. How about this one? Looks like a stair. How about this one? It looks like it has a flamethrower.
Okay, it's okay. Stop na.
So, I will try.
No, it's
I will
okay.
try.
No, it's okay. No, it's
Hi,
okay.
guys. Oh my gosh, DNA Daks died.
It's okay, you tried.
Count 0.
Tama na, it's okay. So Platinum GSC there with a lot of kills going their way. So kudos to the Red Squad for winning out with their DPS. And honestly, a lot of alleviated pressure from the red team in that fight, because Platinum and Vital both having the opportunity to go for the flank. This time though, Callum gonna whip out the meteor strike and gets a takedown on the Redux. And this might be a sign that Mr. Callum has been pretty potent so far. I could say he has been popping off and popping heads. And now the Red Squad in complete control, cause maybe, just maybe, the 3 DPS comp is working out for them. They even have a strong support here from Rebirth staying on to the Ana. I feel like the red team though trying to take control of this still. Twitch Girl now out in front, gonna toss out some micro missiles there. Daks has switched over to the DPS. Exactly what they need to do, because they need to try and contest this both from Platinum, from Vital, and even from Callum. So a lot of targets for the two blue DPS. Redux now and Daks going for the flank. They do get a takedown onto 4. Dirty Birdie doesn't know which way to go and will get taken down so quickly as well. Bad player now diving on in, ready with the Dragon Blade, keeping it up. Firefalcon will get carved up as well. So for the blue squad, they're gonna be able to stay onto this and even get the capture. So far so good now for the blue team. Platinum pretty much staggering himself in that fight. And for me, what I've seen Platinum is he's really good mechanically, but sometimes decision making might hamper him a little. So for Platinum, maybe just a little bit of caution before going into the win. For now though, 4 ultimates make that 5 for the blue squad, and they're still keeping control of this point. Has been so far so good for them. Dragon Blade now being ripped out by bad player. Toromea not really in a good spot to go for the nano boost, so instead bad player will get taken down. Firefalcon with 2 kills as well. A rally here from Dirty Birdie as Redux stays up the top, doesn't get a deadeye onto anyone. The sleep dart does connect onto the Brigitte, but Redux wakes him up, not getting the headshot. So unfortunate for the blue team, as Twitch Girl getting DMEC as well. A good effort from Toromea getting the sleep dart on Doomfist, but still the red team in control.
My ultimate is charging.
So the blue squad, they have switched things out. It's gonna be a Winston now here for band player. Twitch Girl on the other hand still staying on to the Diva. Can just fly up into the sky. Self-destruct is available. Callum though getting a takedown onto 1. And Redux now with a pick. Callum getting another punch. The red team and the blue team just trading some kills. But here comes Platinum now with the Dragon Blade. Gets a takedown onto Toromea, getting a strike reset. Twitcher now in his face. The Diva not even able to launch the self-destruct. Can anyone get to the point? No, Daks way too far from the fight.
Score
Kind of unfortunate there.
2-1.
I hope one shot is okay. Yeah, so anyway, so for that round in City Center, it was just the red team honestly playing the 3 DPS comp to a absolute perfection. Platinum and Vital with those initial picks at the start, just setting the tempo. Just setting the tempo to push on in. And in the meantime, for the blue squad, it's gonna be a bad player out front, charging in with the Reinhardt. So this time they're gonna stabilize with a 2-2-2. Daks and Redux will be taking the reins of the DPS. Vital now really low, gets the recall in time, and they do have a med pack in the middle to use. Platinum gets flashbanged up. Here comes Callum into the fray, finally gets an uppercut there onto Redux, gonna go for the punch next onto the Zarya, but Twitch Girl staying up thanks to the barrier. And Toromea now forced to fade away. Here comes Callum in his face, good hack there from Daks to shut the Doomfist down. So for the blue team, it has been an effort in the first phase to get to the point. The red squad still keeping on to the fight. Dirty Birdie now getting hacked. No bio orb will get taken down by Twitch Girl. Firefalcon now putting up the shield. Platinum GSC taking a block of damage there from the bio orb. Whips out the deflect, going for the Lucio, but he gets hacked up as well. And every time Daks gets a hack, it's just an insta-kill there. Good focus fire from the blue squad, but still the red team going for the contest. A nano boost going the way of who did it go on to? Oh, it's on to the Doomfist of Callum, and that's a turnaround play from Rebirth, and Callum getting back to the point. And eventually, the red squad win it out. It was just the blue team do have better sustain, do have better protection, yes, but the moment the protection fails, even for a little bit, the 3 TPS comp from the red squad just keeping the tides in their favor. Now Callum gonna go for the supercharged Side 6 slam, gets Chaos Cruiser first and foremost, but gets traded out with Redux with the pick off onto Vital. Redux is hiding from Callum, Bio Orb spotting him out, and he gets a med pack in time. Coalescence is used up by Dirty Birdie as well, but it's just not enough to keep Callum alive. Dirty Birdie now taken for a ride, the blue team now getting back to the point, the 2 Reinhardts meet, and it's gonna be passing this time with the Dragon Blade. And these extended engagements from the red side working out in their favor, because like I said, they have these 3 DPS comp. They shouldn't be lasting this long alive in the first place. And that's honestly the biggest problem. The fact that Firefalcon stays onto the point, keeps the pressure on, stays alive, not getting run over, allows the 3 other DPS to charge up their ults, to go for some flanks, and even get them kills. So for the blue team, they know that they have the advantage in terms of that place. They can just go for the charge on in, Chaos Cruiser with Very early sound barrier again. He needs to work on that. But some healing here from Toromea. The red team now trying to go for a 2-prong attack. Shatter blocked by bad player. Good turnaround there. And there's the EMP now from Daks. Fire Falcon brings Chaos Cruiser along for a ride. In the meantime, Rebirth really low. Has an items available. Doesn't get it out in time. But we also have a shatter from bad player to finish things off. So again, the Sombra really the linchpin of this blue team's control of this point. On the other hand, the red team wasn't able to go for the nano boost clutch play thanks to the hack seg to the EMPs first. Vital now just going around. 3 ultimates ready here for the blue team. Which girl on the other hand ready with the grab and staying up on top alongside Redux. So the blue squad with high ground control, but how long will this go? Callum gets spotted out, almost falls down into the abyss. Rebirth gets a sleep dart there onto bad players. Deadeye this time from Redux, and the move onto the Reinhardt. Unfortunate there. Chaos Cruiser kind of messing that ultimate up for Redux. And the Lucius struggling in this fight. Good grabbing the surge now from Twitchell to get through, but the coalescence from the red squad and as well as the healing from the red team, just keeping them topped up. That was a coalescence apparently from the blue squad, but the red team still take it back. Which is a lot of healing from both the Moira and the Ana in the first place. Can the blue team get back onto the point, get the capture on? 3 DPS has been working so far, but for how long? As Callum gets booped to the backline, foresees the meter strike, and he's gonna slam onto Redux though, doesn't get it. Fire Falcon though will be able to get takedown. Daks gets shut down as well into the backline. The red team now going for the flank onto the right hand side. Recall is there from Vital, and the pulse bomb is available. Nope, not necessary. The red team will take it 2-0.
Play of the game.
Congratulations there to the red squad. Callum getting play of the game. Ooh, that's enough there. Where are we? Welcome to Hollywood, and gonna be another new stack here for the blue team. Interesting to note, tomorrow gonna start things off with the Reaper instead of Pharah, and tomorrow's just chilling up on top. For the blue squad, they do have a strong concave with the Reinhardt, Brigitte, and the Zarya. Fire Falcon already getting stunned on up. And in the meantime, the red team gonna run the Tracer and the Hanzo. Vigilance taking a nap. Fire Strike now being tossed on out from both teams. Platinum gonna go for the deflect, and here comes Vital again into the backline. The Tracer trying to stay onto this, gets his to strike, force trouble, double charges from both Vigilance and Fire Falcon now on the floor. Twitch Girl this time goes for the stun, and Callum with another set of kills. So for the red team, they're gonna get half of the opposing squad. Hanamura on the other hand, coming out from out of nowhere, gets the 2 supports. But the lack of sustain here still from the blue squad won't work out in their favor. But within the first minute, first stick has been taken, and it looks like it's going to be controlled here by the red team. The blue squad just falling, and falling. And in the engagement with the 2 Reinhardts butted heads, it just became to a point that the DPS were able to capitalize on the lack of shields. Platinum now getting onto the point, almost at the last minute getting the blade, but can they actually keep the contest alive? Vigilance goes for the shatter! What a huge shatter there from Vigilance, putting everyone to the floor. Hanamura coming out of nowhere as well with the Pharah play again. Just at the edge of our screen, Hanamura making it count, makes it rain on the Fire Falcon, full bomb connecting, but doesn't get a blow up onto either Reinhardt or to the Pharah. And now Vital gonna try to go for the Ninja Cap to the 1v1 the Pharah, but no, Hanamura is able to get the takedown. And this is gonna be the blue team still defending that first point. I love that defense there from the blue squad. Platinum sacrificing his life, Vigilance getting a huge shatter, and this time Platinum, oh, they're right, he was split. Callum on the other hand, Dragon Strike is in check, and Chiaki and Twitch Girl are caught in the crossfire. Vigilance gonna go for the charge, still brings Callum along for the ride. Toromea getting the heals out, but Hanamura now is all alone, has to deal with the pistol. Yeah, the dirty birdie, he does get the takedown. The red squad still gonna go for the push. The Widowmaker getting some shots on that as Vital has switched over. First time ever seen him do so. Vigilance and Platinum back into the fight. Vigilance again with a huge shatter. This Reinhardt has been so on point with his ultimates. And now forcing the opponents off. Vital does get 2 headshots in return. And for the red team, Can they actually keep this up? Because they put the nano boost now on the bad player. Graviton Surge from Chiyaki to keep him in check. But the bio grenade was so on point there from Diana. Oh, that was a from the rebirth. And this is the red team now getting the capture finally. Toromia even getting staggered. The Mercy struggling. The red squad getting the first point in this fight. Fan player now gonna come outside. What the fuck I popped off? Clip that. Why would I clip that, dude? Clip it yourself. Band player now even when they take that on Vigilance Platinum as well. So Callum and band player just working together to get these staggers, and the blue squad have to hide all the way past the saloon because looks like the Wild West is already corralled here by the red team. They also have a flurry of ultimates in their disposal. Now on the other hand, Timur just hiding, waiting for his ancestors to allow him to go for the rocket barrage. Vigilance has switched over to the Winston as well. In the meantime, Timur stays staying above Platinum, making some space. Rocket Barrage now is out. Sleep Dart connecting immediately from Rebirth. Vital with a headshot onto one. Infrasight is popped, but the Dragon instead will consume the Graviton Surge. Doesn't do enough damage, however, as the Red Squad still trying to get these picks. A Dragon Blade comes on out from Platinum as well. The blue team now going for the turnaround, dodging the charge there from Firefox, and Platinum staying alive, but he's really low, has a strike available, goes for the dash, but gets met by the hammer instead. Bad player now really low, getting healed up by Rebirth, but the red squad has been beaten back, even though it was very messy from them. The trail out onto the point, and this is very dangerous for the Brigitte. He's all alone. Rebirth on the other hand with a snipe again onto Timura. The Ana has been so on point against this Pharah in this fight. Some shots do come out. Vigilance already just being poisoned for the time being. As the red team gonna go for the push. We do see the defect from Platinum onto the Hanzo, but you know, it's not enough. Firefucker is maybe get to take down. Her chatter is available. Firefucker now out in front, can pop it here, gets a stun onto 3. Easy setup, easy knockdown here for the red squad. On the other hand, Vigilance in the backline, just being very pesky. Hey, what he's been doing is just try to counter out the snipers, but all alone, not being supported by his team, won't work out in his favor. And at the same time, leaving his team to the mercy of the opposing Reinhardt. For the blue team, they really need to figure out their identity. What will Vigilance want to do in the first place? Platinum gonna dash on out. In the meantime, we have a back now from Dirty Birdie. The red team trying to keep this up. Timur does get a kill on the Vital. A Graviton Surge from the red squad, and Callum eats this up. Good combo there from bad player, and Callum again. Another successful push from the red team. They get the Graviton Dragon combo so quickly. The blue team doesn't really have the response for it in the first place. What are you doing? Are you okay? You're so makulit today. Tuchel really known, gets healed up by Toromia, giving the Mercy some old charge. Graviton Surge comes out from Chiyaki, and Vigilance is there to go for some power play, but still Rebirth has been healing up his team so well. By a grenade there, Dirty Birdie going for a Bima as well. So this time Vigilance and Twitch Girl taking the fight to them. Tomorrow with the takedown onto one, Chiyaki finally switching over to the Diva to keep the team identity in a cohesive version. Callum getting a headshot there onto Timur as well. So for the red squad, the double sniper has been working. Infrasight is now popped. Platinum GSC trying to avoid this. Gets a quick reaction there onto the Widowmaker. And there's the takedown. Just a pincer attack from both the Winston and the Genji. A beautiful reaction there from Platinum. Just shutting down the Widowmaker to everyone's surprise, to be honest. Bad player now onto the left hand side. We have a rally here from Twitch Girl as well. A Dragon Blade comes on out from Platinum GSC. He's gonna go for a few swings, and Vigilance will be the one taken down. So for Team Blue, they have been staying on to this pretty well so far. On the other hand, for the red squad, still having the Shatter and the Dragon Strike out available. Dirty Birdie has switched over to the Brigitte. But I feel like this isn't the right time to go for the Brigitte because Timur is still roaming around, has Toromia to support him. A Graviton Surge though from band player going into the middle line, gets the Mercy and the Brigitte. Here comes the Dragon right now, doesn't get too much besides Twitch Girl. Oh, Platinum GSC shows up as well. Timur now up into the sky, goes for Vital first. The Widowmaker really low, gets taken out. Band player will get blown up as well. Timur with 3. So that does put a stop to the attack. Oh no! Firefalcon onto the point! Needs Vigilance! The Reinhardt and the Winston have a 1v1. Finally, Firefalcon gets caught out of nowhere. That was very dangerous there for the blue team, but still Vigilance was on it, literally saying stop to the opposing Reinhardt. The red squad now just playing a little cheekily. waiting for the rest of their team. Band player out in front. So what he's just doing, getting some ult charge, getting some graviton charge as well, getting the barrier, the gun charge. The bubbles popping in this fight. The two Brigittes meet and Twitcher immediately blown up. Vigilance popping, being Primal Rage to go for some punches on Rebirth. The Ana has been so much of a pest here for the blue team, and finally they take him out. Self-destruct is there from Chiaki as well. Firefalcon gonna go for the charge, gets a Swiss strike in response. Platinum finally whipping out the blade, but I feel like it was too late because the only survivor now here for the red team is Vital, being chased around and probably will fall to the Winston. Never mind, it's Pharah, but still, same effect. The blue squad still defend at the end.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
So I wonder how long we can actually go. I wonder how long we should go in the first push. Like, if you guys do want to join, I do suggest you guys join as soon as possible. Because if the player base gets stagnant, we might actually call it a day. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, galing. Ano naman to? What is this art? I like art. What kind of art this is? Vulgar. Yikes. Artistic expression. Okay. So anyway, looks like the blue team gonna trade a few roles here. Gonna be oh no, it's Suchigal switching over from the Brigitte to the Lucio. Interesting. Babe.
I'm here.
Yes, please.
Our paths cross now. As to the future, we shall see.
Okay, let's go. It's always nice to eat while streaming. Good. The blue squad though, they do have to contend with a lot
Oh, is that the Lucio?
for the red team. Yes, that's the Lucio, darling.
Oh look, it's
Your score
rolling.
So, I ordered.
5, 4, 3,
So the blue team gonna be running a Farm Mercy again
attackers incoming.
with a Lucio to facilitate the dive. So pretty standard here. Band player staying in the middle, getting some energy, but I feel like that was way too risky for his own good. Hanamura making an opening already, gets Callum, and just that play there from the Zarya, forcing everyone to actually react. Might be the nail of the coffin for this defense. No, never mind. The red team does get two, so they still have good chances here. Hanamura getting red zone up, so here he comes back into the sky, just dislodging Vital from above. Some shots going the way of Dirty Birdie as well. Hanamura now with it safe down onto two. Firefalcon onto the point, swinging away, going for the fences. Rebirth again with some free raid, but this time will get taken down by Vigilance. So for the blue squad, they are taking control of this within the minute. Firefalcon first of all, next will be Band player just being pooped out of the point. So kudos to the blue team, taking advantage of the misplay there, the misread from the Zarya, and for now, they do get the point.
Objective lost.
The blue team ready to go into Westworld and maybe just tame the Wild Frontier here. Callum though already playing the McCree. Gonna be the sheriff of these parts, I reckon. Firefalcon though will meet them by the gate. So still, security is pretty tight here for the red squad. Vigilance gonna pop the Primal Rage first. Gonna bring in the set of King Kong apparently to the west. Crafton Surge comes out from Band player as well, and Firefalcon will get to Platinum. Pops the deflect, but still gets his head popped instead by the Hammer of Justice. Firefalcon going for the charge, whooping around the Baby D, but Chiaki staying alive, but gets a melee instead from Band player. So for the red side, they finally get the defense. They did give up the first point, but still have a good chance at this. They are getting their ults up and about. The Deadeye is available, Nano Boost is there as well as the Visor. So Vital can come about so quickly with Rebirth. You can go for the flank, easily go for some shots. Hanamura on the other hand, close to the Rocket Barrage as well as a multi-fruit here from Chiaki, popping the self-destruct up on top, gets rid of the Zarya first and foremost. Here comes the blue team right now, gonna go for the push. Sensi is there, Platinum gets taken out in that one. But Nano Deadeye from Callum locks on the Twitch Girl. The Lucio first of all gets a D-Meckrel onto Chiaki. And that was just way too much charge there from Callum. Hanamura is able to capitalize, gets the Rocket Barrage on the tree. I love the barrier there from Vigilance. It's keeping him topped up and just at the edge, keeping Tamura alive. So after all that, the blue team still able to take that fight because Tamura protected by the Winston to the last moment. And both of them staying alive in that one. On the other hand, they have the Valkyrie, they have the Dragon Blade. Nope, never mind, Callum gets shot. But they still have the Dragon Blade available in the next fight. So if the blue team wait for their Genji, they can actually get into position as soon as possible. Falcon though out in front. The red team gonna go for the push. Vital gets picked onto one already, staying onto the back line. Still keeping the top visor up, however. Chiaki now will get taken down, getting staggered, getting D-mech, getting taken down. For the red team, they try to go through to the center. For the red squad, this has been pretty potent so far, keeping the streets of the Wild West area clean as a whistle. Real question though is, can the blue squad actually get a combo out? Because the Valkyrie is still in check here for Tormea. He's getting shot out by Rebirth, and yeah, that's not how you want to do that. Because an Ana with really good tracking can easily take you down as you're sliding down a shingle. Timor on the other hand get forced to get the bed back since Tormea is dead. Can't really get healed up by Twitch Girl. Chiaki staying up on top, protecting the Pharah in the meantime. So the whole crux of the blue team offense is really with Tamura, and every time Tamura gets taken down, as we Platinum whipping out the blade to try and turn things around. The Valkyrie popped already, as well as the tactical Vital trying to look for a target to do, but Platinum just hiding in the shadows. We'll get rid of Rebirth, has to deal with the Zarya. Oh no, Vital will be able to get the takedown. Bad player still ready with the grab, and here is Vigilance up on top, gets a flashback to his name, and gets taken down by McCree. So for the red team, this has been a little bit of a cakewalk in this defense. Their position hasn't been really dislodged. Every trade they get is always in their favor. It's always like a 2-for-1, maybe even a 3-for-1. And here's a Graviton Surge now from Band player. I like the creativity to the corner. And they're just trying to go for the push again. Gets the D-Mech right now, and even a Deadeye here from Callum to cancel out the reload. So it's squad now all the way in the cafe already, and this looks pretty bad here for the blue team because they're just running out of time after a promising start in the first place. The Valkyrie, no, is bomb. No, that's not. Oh, the sound barrier cancels out Twitch kills. The sound barrier got cancelled out on the side of Twitch Girl. Good play there from Fire Falcon. 3 kills now going the way of the blue team. I love that play there. But still, it just wasn't enough. What happened to the red squad? That's unfortunate to say the least. But this time, Tamura just hopping around. Platinum as well as Chiaki playing very aggressive. Fire Falcon meets his demise so quickly in his face. So for the red squad, they're gonna go for a lineup that can contest at the last moment, as we have now a Hammond into play. A Valkyrie in spot by Toromea. Double Deadeyes coming out. Callum will get to take down onto 1. Make that 2 for the red team. Vigilance though, all the way in the back line, gets to the Rebirth. And now the Winston just trying to hide away from the Reinhardt. But the blue squad still beaten back and bruised in that engagement. Toromea now has switched on over to the Moira. Tamura onto the Genji. But the real question is, can Tamura get the Dragon Blade in time? Vital on the other hand, still ready with attack visor. 2 tanks drop one down into the middle line. Healing comes on out. And can the red team actually cascade onto this? Just try to stay onto the payload. The blue team though, going to the right hand side. Things kick off with Vigilance jumping into the action again. Tamura with a pick up onto 1, and the dive has been pretty successful so far, but because both Rebirth and Callum get taken down, the McCree is focused down again after the res and is forcing Callum to actually be in a bad spot. Vital on the other hand just being countered by Chiaki as well as Twitch Girl with the sound barrier. Chiaki now dives onto Dirty Birdie, the Mercy out of commission for the time being. Fan player the next to fall. The blue team now gonna go for the push, gets another takedown onto Fire Falcon. So at the last moment, the red team falter, and the blue team able to have one more chance to go for the push. So in that engagement, it was a complete shutdown of the 2 hit scans. The dive connecting from Vigilance to start things off. Callum forced back on that after his death, and even Vital got the defense matrix to his name. So for the blue team, they're pushing with the payload, gonna reach the corner. Just the dive comp staying onto this, but Vital taking advantage of the lack of action, and just proactivity is always rewarded here in Overwatch. Gets a takedown onto Tamura. So So for the red team, they can still contest this. Self-destruct though coming out from the side of Chiaki. Gets absolutely nothing. Deadeye in the backline. Calm does get to. Goes for a flashbang. GSC stays alive thanks to the Diva. Gets a shatter onto the shield of Fire Falcon. The Reinhardt getting stunned on up. Just getting tased here. Shatter now connecting onto absolutely nothing. But the limousine will be able to guide Chiaki to his path. Blue squad now coming on out. The Coalescence is there to the left hand side. Bad player really low. And this looks pretty good for the blue team. They can actually win it at the end. Yes, they do! Turn around from the blue team. They take it 3-2. Kudos to them. Honestly, kudos. Kudos. Yes.
Play of the game.
Love the game going to Callum on the Hansa.
Fire at will.
Have a taste.
Playing comp as well. But anyway, it's already 10 o'clock.
One.
It's been pretty fun so far.
Capture the objective.
But for the blue team, they're gonna be following the lead. Following the lead here from Twitch Girl. With the blue team now trying to get in position. Vigilance out into the middle line. Timora getting sucked though by the Bio Orbs from himself. So what happened there? Okay. So Toromia is on the Moira, and Chaos Characters are also on the Moira. But Doofus now onto the right hand side. Platinum gonna go for the punch, does get the health back with the combination. In the meantime, Redux playing classic Ilios Ruins, gets a shot already onto Twitch Girl. So for the red team, oh look at that, Redux with a takedown onto one. Vital as well with another kill. This is the red squad now gonna go for the push. The Widowmaker going to his supports because Timora putting some pressure on and not allowing Redux to get the shots on that. Timora on the other hand under a lot of pressure this time. The tables have turned. The Genji has become the hunted and is really low. Will finally get a headshot from the first one he's been targeting. Before the red team, they're trying to stay into this one. Oh, so red squad in the flip for the time being. The real question is, can the blue squad actually get into position as Chaos Cruiser that's gonna take down onto one? The red team now gonna go for the push. In the meantime, the point is contested by both squads. A Graviton surge here from Chiaki to put Rebirth into the middle line. There's the Nana boost down, and Vigilance forced to go for the charge because he was under a lot of stress from both the Coalescence and the Hammer of Justice here from Rebirth. So the shadow now is available. Vital with another takedown this time onto Toromia. Gonna go for the flank, but Twitch Girl gets the move there onto the Tracer, keeping Timora safe and sound for the time being. So for the blue team, their plan of attack is probably to start things off with the Dragon Blade and the Coalescence and maybe set something up with the Shatter as well. But Vigilance is already so low. Rebirth knows he has the advantage. He's gonna press it, gets the Shatter onto the backline, but it's not enough. Vigilance gets the turnaround play. Self-destruct now in the top part, gets rid of the Reinhardt sound barrier here from Twitch Girl. A little too late to save Vigilance, but it's enough to keep Timora alive in this fight. The bubble now connects onto Timora and Dings will be able to stay alive long enough to get another swing of things. Redux on the other hand rotating to the left hand side. This is the blue team trying to take control. Timora now with a takedown onto the mech as well, and they're gonna drop on down. The only survivor here for Rebirth. It's not gonna really last long enough. It's Vigilance spots him out, takes him down. The blue team, oh, never mind. I was gonna say the blue team gonna try and push the advantage and give Platinum GSC an opportunity to get some sidelights, but apparently there was a shutdown there from Redux and an even bigger shutdown from Platinum. Having the sightlines there of the Widowmaker, getting the headshot, just a peek of the opposing Wither was enough for him to get the kill. Graviton Surge is available here for Chiaki. Has to connect with Diana, but things in a pretty bad spot. Bio Grenade comes around, and this might be a turn here from the red squad, but Andoy is first to fall. Gets Hammer swung as well as Rebirth. And Vigilance is holding that WM1 right now. Gonna go for the push. Whooping Chaos Cruiser around, just bullying the Moira in that engagement. But Chiaki winning on the kill. So far so good right now for the blue team. The real question is, how long can they go in this fight? Because they do have the Shatter and the Graviton Surge available, and the red team doesn't. So if they wait a little more, they might be able to seal the clash here. Twitch Girl now taking it up thanks to Daks. Chiaki caught on, not by Andoy, but the Zarya staying alive as the whole blue team concave onto that point. Vital now getting back, trying to go for the contest to the objective. Grab the surge being tossed out by Chiaki, goes for Daks first. Pulse bomb there from Vital, gets absolutely nothing, and Carnage pouring over to the point. Shatter completely whiff, except on Toromea. The Moira now getting back up as Vigilance does get 2. So the blue team takes it 102-70.
Check this out.
Congratulations.
Score 1-0.
Galing. Galing ah. So moving on to Lighthouse. Problem there from Ruins for the red team. The blue squad having spear positioning and the ultimate economy. Just the fact that Redux was getting shots, yes, but Platinum had sightlines of Redux, and just the pressure from Tomorrow as well, forcing Redux to not stay in one spot and get the shots, instead had to move around, had to be healed up. So very greedy Widowmaker in that sense. So I guess the blue squad communicating what they wanted to do. Platinum probably thinking switch on off to another role, but Vigilance will not have any of it. He has been popping off with the Reinhardt. Will have to contend with Andoy though. He's playing this Wrecking Ball. He's getting moved around, has to back on out. Tomorrow on the other hand getting the first kill already onto the Soldier 76. So for Tomorrow, this is gonna be a crux here to get that play, because he has to deal not 1, but 2, but 3 hit scans here for the red squad. They have a Tracer, a Soldier, and a McCree. So really, the deflect is the best thing he can do in this fight. Dixo will get taken down by Chiaki. Blue team now gonna go for the push again into the middle line. It's pretty bad here for the red squad. It has been all blue team for the past 10%. Spotting out Rebirth, however, onto the side. The two teams now the clash here by the corner. It's like the blue squad just wants to get some to buy something at the Fisherman's store, but the red squad not having it. Andoy gonna go for the push again, but messes up the grapple hook. Dinks on the other hand, special delivery onto both Twitch Girl and Timora. Now he can go for the point, but instead won't chase after the Moira of Toromea. Dinks now with a takedown onto 1, make that 2. Good recall there to get the last shot onto Chiaki, filling up the kill feed with his name. So the red squad right now getting to the point on back, a valiant effort there, and honestly Dinks just able to turn things around with a perfect placed pulse bomb. Tomorrow though gonna back already, needs to stay alive into the next fight. On the other hand, Twitch Girl in the backline gonna go for the speed boost. Redux on the other hand already with a takedown onto 1. Sambar will be met by a Dragon Blade there from Timora. Mines are placed as well, but Timora still gets 1, makes that 2. A shatter connecting from the blue squad itself before Vigilance dies will allow them to get another multitude of kills. For the blue team, there is still a contest though from Andoy against the Toromea, but the Moira just keeping the sustain on. Vital endings with another turnout, but this time the Tracer gets caught on out by the Bio Orb. Timora with the strike. Vital gets the takedown. The Moira and the Soldier 76 meet in pitch combat. Here comes the Zarya as well. Chaos Cruiser just taxiing everyone, and the Graviton Surge now from Rebirth to get rid of Vigilance. And the problem there for the blue team, they trusted their supports to do enough damage against the red team, but the problem is the Soldier has healing, the Tracer has a sustain. And for them, the red squad having a little bit of mechanical advantage in that engagement. So for the red team, they're able to stay on to the point and keep control of it. Vital now with another set of kills. It's been all red team so far. Meantime though, oh crap, what was that? What was that? What is Dinks doing? He's like going in and going out. It was kind of scary. Tormega though up on top, trying to look for an opportunity to strike. A pile driver from Andoy already, as Andoy has to back on out. Can Andoy actually make this count? No, we can. No real setup here from the Wrecking Ball, not even the proper precision. But for the red team, they're just rotating where exactly the blue team is going to come from. They're coming from the right hand side. The blue team has 5% left to get onto the point. Timora not going for it. Twitch Girl as well. That's a C9. That was too late there from the blue team. Vigilance was the one who noticed, but it's just too late. The charge is not getting there in time. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
will strike our enemies where they do not expect.
So for the blue squad, it's been hit or miss on that lighthouse map, and honestly they were trying to find a way to actually engage on the red team properly, but they forgot about the point, and you can never forget about the point, so that was their fault.
Capture the objective.
But for the blue team, we Platinum starting things off, going through to the center with the Tracer. Meets Andoy first, and the Wrecking Ball is being tickled by the Pulse Pistols. Finally, Dinks and Platinum gonna go for a quick 1v1. Recall is out, and Dinks gonna use that offensively. Redux actually getting the takedown, so the 2-in-1 advantage for the red team working out in their favor. Gonna be hooked up from Chiaki, gets the takedown. Vigilance on the other hand, still staying on the point, gets barraged there by Dinks with a hail of pistol shots. So the red squad still taking into control. Chiaki once again juked up and finally gets taken down. Vital going for some shots, gonna charge on into the point. Helix Rockets do connect onto the backline. Toromea on the other hand still trying to stay alive. Tamura swoops on in, finally gets a skill with the Swift Strike. But still the blue squad struggling to get on the point here. A lot of disruption play here for the red team. Andoy on that Wrecking Ball, the Orisa as well as the Roadhog. So for the red team, just very pesky. Oh, they don't have a Roadhog, but Dinks is ready with the pulse bomb however, and he wants to go for a stick. Chiaki though, already with the pick off onto the Wrecking Ball. The mines are pretty key in the hook rather is pretty key in stopping the Wrecking Ball from pushing. Chiaki now with 2 more kills. Redux on the other hand still staying behind the Risa, using the shield for cover, has the dead eye available. Twitch gun now really low, stays alive with a sliver of HP, and Chiaki literally flicks his shot to go for Redux instead. The Hulog now to push both the Orisa and the Wrecking Ball up on top. Rebirth still gets a kill on 1 before he dies. Twitch Girl on the other hand just cleaning up with the Lucio. The mines are placed by Andoy to their corner. And Platinum GSC gets a stick onto Vital as well. So for the blue team, they still need to get the capture. Keep the capture of the point in their possession. Dinks now getting booped, forced to use the blink to stay alive. Recall is out, and that would have been dangerous if Dinks recalled while he was midair. But for the red squad, trying to get into position again. The Orisa here from Rebirth, Andoy as well, just priming himself up. Hook now from Chiaki to get rid of King's Cruiser. Platinum as well, so some more picks going the way of the blue team. On the other hand, here comes Redux with the Deadeye, gets a pick off onto Platinum. The Hulk is there as well, but Chiaki gonna go for another hook. But this time completely whiffs, still gets a takedown onto Redux. The hooks, if the hook doesn't connect, it looks like the right click will from Chiaki. But for the red squad, they still haven't been able to get the point. They've been contesting this ever since the blue team has gotten the flip. But still, like the Orisa hasn't been touched more or less by the blue squad. It hasn't worked out in their favor though, because everyone else is dead on the side of the red team. Redux now gonna go for the wall climb shot onto Temura. Good prefix there. Vigilance falling into the hole again. Vital on the other hand gonna whip out the attack visor, forcing the blue team off the point. The red team getting the flip. Now Pulse Bomb onto the floor, gets absolutely nothing. Twitch Girl just going with the flow, trying to boop around the Wrecking Ball. On the other hand, here's Redux with 2. And look at this, just the shots there from Redux, uncontested, no real movement from the blue squad. Easy picks onto Toromea and Twitch Girl. But for now, the red squad using the barrier as much as they can. Rebirth and Redux trying to get into position, trying to move on up a little more. Andoy just rolling around, just having some fun with the ball form, gets flashbang instead by Platinum GSC, and he's gonna go for the charge. Andoy now really low, can get picked off. It's Chiaki showing up in the back line, does get 3. Good Hul Hog play there to get 4. Impressive stuff there from Chiaki. I love that flank there. For some reason, no one from the red team spotting out the big Roadhog, just walking around the streets of Ilios. And they could punish for it. Vital now getting hooked up as well, and Chiaki with another takedown. Really, the MVP of this map has been Chiaki with this Roadhog. He's sustaining himself with the health pack as well as the Hulhog. Hook doesn't connect this time, but Chiaki in the face of the Orisa. Mines are there as well to just block out the progress from the blue squad with their flags. Vigilance on the other hand, up on top without the pistol. Rebirth already falls. Can the red team get back onto this? No, Vital will be the first to fall. Dinks into the air, gets a pistol shot to his name. In the blue team, we'll take it 2-1. go into Chiaki. Okay. The whole hog there. Wow, pow, 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 pow. Gonna be Vigilance on the far, however, and Callum gonna be on his Widowmaker, of course. 30 Birdie on that Mercy as well, and Baninja on the Ana. On the other hand, here for the red team, we already have Freebird skulking around with the Sombra. Redux on the Widowmaker wants to duel against Callum, and Dings on the Tracer. So Redux going for the shot, misses the entry frag, but gets the second shot there onto Callum. Res immediately from Dirty Birdie. They need that to allow Callum to go for the rotation. He gets hacked up, so a lot of focus already onto this Widow. So the red squad taking control of the high ground. Dinks gonna go to the backline as well, so a lot of space already taken up by the red team in the first place. On the other hand, Chaos Cruiser just chilling. Oh, Redux gets another pick off, this time on to Callum again. Rebirth now going for Vigilance. Vigilance really low. Lone gets a hook on to Dinks with a 2-for-1 trade. It's pretty decent so far for the red team. For now, Redux getting a few more shots. Lone really low, gets taken out. 30 Birdie next to fall. Redux getting those shots out. Fire Falcon and Baninja just hiding together, but they're caught between the two DPSs left for the red team. Unfortunate there for the red squad. Callum getting the chip frag again. Now here comes the 1v1. Redux again winning the Widow fight. This guy has been absolutely on fire.
My ultimate is almost
For the red team, 6:45 on the clock. Will we have a long fight like Hanamura a while ago? Redux still getting a headshot now onto Dirty Birdie. Blue squad on the other hand staying up on top. Again, the red team keep this up. Fire strike there. Vigilance gonna switch over to the McCree. Needs to get the flashbang onto the Wrecking Ball, but no, he gets to roll on out instead. So for now, the blue team still trying to stay into this. Looking at their position right now, they're taking the two columns as much as possible, taking the two sides as much as possible with the Widowmaker and the Ana. But now Rebirth gonna pop the EMP into the backline, goes for Vigilance first, but the McCree heavily pocketed there by Baninja. Now the boost is available, Callum being healed up as well. In the meantime, Vigilance gets taken out thanks to the Tracer, so no sightlines there for Baninja, unfortunate for them. Thank you for the follow there, and Squaro 31. Andoy gonna go for the roll again, wants to go for Fire Falcon, the Sleep Dart connecting. Callum on the other hand with some headshots. He has to take down onto the Mantium. So for the blue team, able to stay alive thanks to the amount of DPS they've done. But really, it was just Baninja keeping Vigilance alive long enough to be a distraction. Even getting a Sleep Dart there on the Redux. So Baninja has been pretty on fire so far with the Ana. Real question is, can she keep this up? No, Redux already getting a snipe on 30 Birdie, as well as Callum again. This has been very hard here for Callum. Redux still staying with the high ground. The Widowmaker here for the red squad, pretty much on fire. But for the red team, they haven't been able to capitalize. Lone getting the hook after the jump. Pretty creative stuff there from Lone. But this is gonna be another Sleep Dart going the way from Baninja. Dinks on the other hand in the backline, goes for Dirty Birdie. Discord Dart onto the Mercy, gets an easy takedown. Here comes Fire Falcon, still swinging away, but gets hacked up instead. Callum finally gets shot onto Redux, mines onto the point. Baninja has to contest. Vigilance still up on top, ready with the Deadeye, locking on, gets a kill onto Andoy. First pick has been taken. Can the second one be clutched out here by Dinks? No, the blue squad already getting onto the point, and that should be enough to force the reset. So really, just the overwhelming pressure from the red team through the Tracer and the Sombra, especially with the Widowmaker into as well from Redux. So the 3 DPS comp working out in their favor, but it really goes to show the problem with the red team. They only got 1 tick so far, and they've been winning out these DPS clashes. It's really just because they only have the Wrecking Ball to go onto the point for them. Callum now getting a shot. Redux gets trade onto Vigilance. The poor McCree just popping his head at the wrong moment. And this time, Callum sliding on down. Here's a shot. I love this Widow fight here between Callum and Redux. As Callum now hiding behind the girder. Both Widows different, shading their targets. 3 ultimates ready here for the red team. For the blue team, they still have 2. The tank line has been pretty stable so far. We have the EMP now from Rebirth. He backs on out. Here comes Andoy onto the point, gets the nano boost at the last moment, gets the trance as well. And so nano boost instead onto the Redux apparently. As we have the shatter now from Fire Falcon. He's trying to get into play. Nano boost now onto Fire Falcon as well. But the red team still onto the point. So the tick trying to be taken. Rebirth gets caught on not Chaos Cruiser, caught between the Reinhardt and the Roadhog, and not really the best time there for the Zenyatta. So for the blue team, trying to go through to the center. Bullhog is available here for Lone. On the other hand, Callum getting a shot again onto Adamantium and a skill onto Dings as well. These two Widowmakers have been really the highlight of this game. But Redux still winning out the sniper battle. The defense of the blue squad though has been holding. Andoy now gonna bowl on in with the Wrecking Ball. The grapple hook comes on out. And this time, focusing fire onto Lone. So nothing really much made done by the Wrecking Ball. He's just gonna go for a poke, maybe displace the Reinhardt, and allow Redux to get a shot or two. But on the other hand, the blue squad playing very offensively because they know that they have the tank line advantage. Vigilance is ready with a Deadeye as well, just hiding around. Spots out Rebirth at the corner of his eye. And the Sombra has to translocate away with the Brigitte in his face. Redux though and Andoy popping their ults already. The real question is, can the blue squad get back onto the point? Andoy getting hooked up, Callum with a kill onto one. Here's the whole hog now to push away the hamster. And Andoy hiding in the spawn. This is unfortunate for Andoy because he's just gonna die already. Lone doing a little shuffle. But the red squad is still in control of this. Thanks to the fact that Lone was forced outside. Here's the Roadhog now, gets taken down. Fire Falcon moving on in. Will get fried by Dings and Redux. So for the red team, able to finish out the map.
Score
Daya.
0-2. Switching sides.
Kita pangalan ko. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Does that happen? Kita na kaya nakakita ka nakatayo dun. Yun ba? Okay. Kala ko pangalan eh. But yeah. So the blue squad eventually winning it with their superior DPS. The red squad rather superior DPS play. Just three is too much for them. And Andoy honestly getting Lone's attention. Lone was more or less the bouncer for the blue team. And with him just focusing too much on the Wrecking Ball and taking too long to get the kills, the red squad had an easy time to get some shots out with the death of Farfakin. So for the red squad, they're gonna be on the defense now. They're gonna be on the receiving end.
I'm guessing there's no chance we can take care of his client.
Attackers incoming.
I feel like I missed out, but never mind. Anyway, so for the blue team, gonna be Callum still ripping out the Widowmaker, and Redux, he has been on fire. Gonna be on the Widowmaker as well. That's been the story of this. It's really been a trade between Redux and Calamitous. Been so potent so far on this
3.
Widowmaker.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
For the red squad, Adamantium gonna be taking the forefront with the Reinhardt. Why is the voice line a little different? That was cute. On the other hand, Andoy skulking around. He has been practicing the Sombra a lot, and he's going for Callum, but the Widowmaker stays alive. Andoy is spraying and praying, not really getting the good recoil control there. I mean, well, you know, I said recoil control over Overwatch. What the fuck, dude? Andoy now gonna go to the backline. Says the hack the planet, and people can hear that, you know. So it rules the blue team like, what are we gonna do now? Oh, Redux. Okay, okay. Okay, what was that? What the hell happened there? So Andoy glitched out or something, and Redux took advantage, got 2 headshots. The tank line now dove on in, and Vigilance switching over to the far as well. So for the blue team, it can be Callum getting into position now, looking for Redux. Here's the Sombra, and is very paranoid right now. Andoy just being such a pest. Look at this. These guys been such a pest. Lone touches him, but Andoy able to stay away. And this could be the perfect time for the blue team to just stop being so paranoid and instead go for the point itself, because the Sombra is so out of position, has to translocate on out. Redux now with a pick off onto Callum, and the mind games from Andoy has been working due to the fact that the blue team staying way too long looking for him. Firepack is gonna go for the Shatter Transcendence in response from Chaos Cruiser. Adamantium turning things around with his own Shatter, but Ninja to the floor will get taken down. Next will be Lone. The Discord Orb onto the Roadhog, very potent, but a lot of ult charge going their way as well. Roadhog is cancelled immediately by the blue team. But red team I'm messing up so much. Dude, today has not been a good casting day for Daks. Because I don't know. But anyway. The blue team right now, 2 minutes into their attack. The insta shutdown there on Talon, the Discord Orb, and just a lot of focus fire. Even Rebirth whipping out the defense matrix at the last moment to eat up the first few pellets of the whole hog, to not even allow the Roadhog a chance of retribution. On the other hand, Andoy staying up on top, gets detected by the Inversight there from Callum, so no more opportunity for Sombra to be annoying. Self-destruct coming out to the side, gets a kill on the Baninja, Diana hobbling around, gets taken down. Redux on the other hand with a kill on the far as well. Callum avoids the shot at the last moment as Coalesce is there from Dirty Birdie, ends on a low note. Can the blue team actually keep the push alive? No, Rebirth first to fall. Rebirth first to get the kill onto Dirty Birdie. Callum gets a kill back onto the Zenyatta, and Callum now with 2 gets rid of Redux. The high ground advantage here for the blue team, working wonders for Callum. There's the hook now and the kill onto Dinks. But can the red team get back into this as Andoy has gotten back to the fight? Here comes Fire Falcon as well. EMP is available. Will he go for the cancel? No, he won't. Inversight is popped and he's going for a shot there onto Andoy. The Storm cancel gets out but gets flicked on by Callum instead. Chaos Cruiser next in the line of sight. The blue squad already winning the control of the first point, only a matter of time. They will have around less than 5 minutes for this next attack, and Callum already pushing on to the second point gets met by Redux instead. So from Horizon Lunar Colony, it has become Sniper Wars CTF 2-4 here. Redux though, getting a shot onto Vigilance again. And these shots from both Redux and Callum have been so on point, picturesque, to say the least. An EMP now from Andoy. The red team gonna go try and get a pick off with the self-destruct. They do get one on the lone, but that's all it comes out. Andoy and Rebirth, the only ones in position in the first place. The Sombra not coordinating well with the red squad, and now they'll pay the price for it as Callum gets a pick off onto Redux. The blue team now trying to get onto the point with Fire Falcon to the side. He gets charged on up, gets a nano boost, and Reinhardt in his face, and Adamantium now made out of steel will get 3 more kills for the red team. Red squad right now staying onto this for the time being. Has been pretty superb so far. Redux though, another takedown, another notch to his rifle. But this game really depends on whose sniper can have free reign. If Callum gets it, the blue team will. If the Redux gets it, the red team will. And if neither team gets it, it really goes towards the defense. And in this case, that's the red team. So 3 minutes, 20 seconds here for the blue squad. Can they actually make a play here? Can they go through the top part and get high ground? Because that's what it looks like they want to. If Callum gets the high ground, he's gonna have an easier time to deal with Redux. Lone and Baninja though with a pick off onto 2. The Brigitte for their DVD as well. Shatter now coming out for Fire Falcon gets absolutely nothing. Chaos Cruiser going for some shots, but tunnel visions and instead gets shot up by Callum. The blue team now popping the rally onto the point. Andoy getting the position, gets the hack onto Fire Falcon. Adamantium goes for the shatter, gets the pin on 3, and there's a self-destruct from Rebirth as well. I love that play from the red squad, just attack onto the Reinhardt, allowing them to get the win. The Transcendence now from Chaos Cruiser, completely unnecessarily, but you know, it's safety in that sense. But this time, Vigilance swoops on in. Callum now with 2, could have used the Transcendence there instead. Here comes Andoy now dropping him down. Rebirth is there as well. Nano boost onto Vigilance with a sliver HP, will get taken down thanks to the buy grenade of Dinks. So for the red squad, still with the tank line, and the Adamantium getting charged on up, the 2 Reinhardt dueling again, and again Adamantium getting a nano boost from Dinks, so it really goes to his favor. The blue team now forced it back on that. The palm tree just wriggling around as the blue squad scurry away. Dirty Birdie gets hacked on up as Callum, and look at this, Callum all the way in the back line, looking for a shot or 2 onto the offensive red squad. But no, he's under a lot of pressure. Andoy moves on in, translocates on out after kill onto the Widowmaker. So really, this is the red team pressing their advantages so well. Nano boost, Reinhardt winning out the duels. Sombra being pesky, winning out the duels. Redux getting some shots like that onto Lone, winning out the duels. But finally, this is what they really do. Anytime Callum gets a kill there on the Redux, this is the opportunity for the blue team to push. On the other hand, when the red team, when the Redux is the one who gets a pick off, it's a perfect time for the defense to push. There's the EMP right now, but honestly, Lone able to turn things around. This is the fact that Redux not in the proper position. Infocyte has been popped, looking for a way to get the Widowmaker. The point now being controlled by the blue squad. Here comes the Nano Pacific. Come on in, 2 kills going the way of the red team as Redux gets a flank kill on the Callum. Next will be Baninja. The red squad though still has to stay on to this. Vigilance flying around, and no, he's gonna get torn apart here by the biotic rifle shots from Daks as the red squad get rid of absolutely everyone from the blue team. A minute remaining for the blue team. Can they actually get the capture here? This has been pretty bleak so far in this game. But maybe, just maybe, a whole hog here from Lone can turn things around. A nano boost from Baninja might be able to turn as well. Callum though, under a lot of pressure, finally gets taken down by Andoy. And the length of that kill actually working out in their favor, because Callum will take a while to get back into position. The blue squad will want to wait for him. Rez is committed, so still a resource being used to bring the Widowmaker back into the fight. Fire Falcon gets Rez now in the shadow, connecting Baninja to the floor. Next will be Lone as well as Dirty Birdie. The Mercy gets torn apart by the hammer. Lone gets his whole hog cancel. Self-destruct coming on out. Lone hides in the corner and the Mantrum is there to meet him with the hammer fist. But can the red squad actually capitalize as Redux now with a pick up onto Callum? And the red team just defending so well here on the Horizon. Home ground advantage and everything for Redux. Will take the win 2-1. That's the last one. Hope GG.
Play of the game.
Thank you guys. So again, going to Callum. Ooh, that's a shot. Ooh, that's a shot. Ooh, that's a shot. Ooh, that's a shot. Yeah, we are done.